Much better. Yeah.
Hey,
There we are.
kick the dust off.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm glad you piped up when you did and not waited till 30 minutes in before telling me, oh, yeah, by the way, I noticed that 10 seconds into the show, everything went black.
Right, you just weren't sitting in the chair.
Yeah, so
for the whole show.
Which would have been your MO years ago. Would have just been
100%?
I would have noticed it an hour into the show, and you would have gone, oh, yeah, that happened 2 seconds in.
I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't want to stir the boat.
You'd never look better, though.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel better. Tired. Tired. Can't believe how tired I am. Apparently, this is normal, too, out of surgery.
Okay.
To be tired, should be sleeping a lot and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm finding myself, like, middle of the afternoon, I'm just like, I got to lay down.
Good old nap.
Yeah.
Highly underrated.
Yes, they are. But like, more so than, like, normal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just struggling to keep my eyes open. I'm kind of dealing with that now, but whatever. First show back since the surgery. We did a members show over the weekend.
For our favorite listeners.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of filled people in. Really kind of anticlimactic, to be honest with you. Went in, the doc was inside me.
Yeah.
And,
Real quick, I do have a question. When you referenced before we left, you talked about how you had to be there at like 5:30.
Yeah.
What
I was
did you
pissed off about that?
If you were a member, you'd know.
Yeah.
Discussed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll let that sit.
Well,
with those people.
It turned out not to be that big of a deal. Like, you're apparently for all surgeries, you're supposed to be there 2 hours early so they can get you into that stupid gown with your ass hanging out.
Yeah.
And all the needles they need put in you and all that bullshit. So it just meant they had to do my measurements before the surgery. Just meant I was the first guy in, man. So when the day started, they did my stuff and then they wheeled me right into surgery.
Which I would say, I always try to get first appointment possible, man, because then
You think so for surgery, though? I mean, what if he's coming in a little groggy, had a couple cocktails the night before, coffee hasn't really kicked in yet?
Yeah. For surgery, that might be a good point.
I don't want to necessarily be first. I don't want to be last. I don't want to be looking at his watch like, I got to get out of here. Let's fucking button this up.
No,
but second, let him knock the rust off on the first one. I could be second.
You're right. For surgery, that might be true. But for me, for like regular appointments, like an eye doctor or some shit, I always, because if you're first, man, there's some person took longer.
They're running late. Yeah. The longer you go, the more behind they get.
Yeah, but then you got to get up at 6 a.m. to be there by 7
Well, for me,
when
that's
they
no
open.
big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm up at fucking,
Yeah, forget it. No, dude, I told you guys, I did my quarter century of fucking getting up at 3 a.m. No. So if I have a say in it, and it's like, I like doing the coming out of lunch. The coming out of lunch one is almost like resetting the day for them.
And by the way, Troy's point is right too. Like, I have thought about that before too, where it's like, well, do I really want to schedule Monday morning? What about like Tuesday at least? Like, so they're in the groove a little bit. I don't want them coming home for the weekend or something.
What are you worried they're going to do?
Second appointment on a Tuesday sounds just about perfect.
Right.
But not during football season. Just in case.
Yeah, Monday Night Football guy.
Right.
Who lost his ass on the Jets the night before,
For sure.
You got to take all this into account.
Yeah.
No, I have thought about that with stuff now. You're right. So I do think about that, but I also definitely like
Never do a Friday after lunch.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Don't do that.
Well,
or they're in a good mood because, it's like, God, just get this asshole out of here and I'm good to go for the weekend.
Well, here was like a thought. Like, I had to do, the doctor, I had to do some blood work, and I was going to do some blood work, and they're like, oh, you can come in Monday through Friday or Saturday. And I'm like, personally, I'd love to come in Saturday at like 10, but like, do I trust the person that's drawing blood on Saturday? Like,
no.
They're the fucking newbie, right? They're not the fucking expert or whatever.
Well, it's not like the B team. It's not like you're doing the Tuesday day shift at Showgirls or something.
Yeah, true.
I think the phlebotomists are all pretty standard.
But they're not the best one isn't there on a Saturday though.
Well,
and sticking a needle in your arm is not quite surgery.
I know.
It's a little different.
I'm just saying
they might miss once.
Yeah,
or twice,
but I don't have shit for veins. If you look at me, I don't have much hair, and I don't have shit for veins. Like some people, their shit's just popping out of their arm. They put that.
I've been told
rubber band on there
several times. I have big veins.
I don't. I have like no veins, dude. The amount of people that come in with them, they're like, oh yeah, this is Jill. She's gonna, we're teaching her today. I'm like, oh great, Jill's gonna practice on my fucking arm.
Bring your kid to work day.
Yeah. And it's amazing how much they suck early on at finding a vein, doing this, that, and then the other girl's like, all right, I'll take it from here. It's like, great, now I look like a heroin junkie who got stabbed 4 times. because you missed everything, and then
third strike, you're out. Right. That's it.
My girl comes in, the normal one, and bang, bang, we're off and running.
I had a buddy who was giving plasma for a little bit, but the first time he said he went in, or first or second time, whatever, he went in, some girl was absolutely new, and she just, I don't know how plasma, I think, can kind of hurt. I'm not sure, but anyway, it was going really rough.
Like, thinking of bone marrow?
Oh, maybe bone marrow. Maybe bone marrow. I thought he said plasma, but maybe bone marrow. Anyway, either way, though.
It was either blood, cum.
Yeah, I was going to say semen.
Plasma.
Right. Well,
could have been semen. Yeah.
Fucking up big time. And finally, the person just came and said, yeah, you can just leave and we'll still give you a check. Like, they were just fucking up big time.
This is on us.
Yeah.
Right. So we appreciate the effort.
We'll give you your 150 or whatever it was and see you in another month.
Yeah.
That's a racket, giving plasma. They pay.
I guess he said it used to, but then it must not have been, more people must have got into it.
Think so.
He said at first, he's like, dude, I was getting decent checks. And by the end, it was like, he said it wasn't even worth it to him. He's like,
really?
$100 or something.
I remember seeing the thing where like they didn't pay that much on the first time.
Yeah.
Because they don't want everybody just coming in, but like as you went, it got incrementally more. There was like a pay schedule to it.
Yeah.
But
do you have to produce a certain amount before they cut you a check? If I come and I barely, it's like, I got some earlier this morning.
Just boil over.
Yeah, just kind of boil over, and it's just like rub the tip into the flask. Does that count?
I don't know. I will say.
It's like a urine sample. You got to fill it to a certain level.
Right.
So maybe you got to boil over 3 or 4 times.
In the sink,
Smart.
Yeah.
I've never looked into
a couple squirts of hand lotion.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've never looked into the semen thing before, but honestly, for whatever reason, I hadn't. And when I was in Seattle, they had it like literally like we were on a bus or something, the airport like transport thing, and it had a big fucking thing like donate semen, make money, blah blah blah. I did everything I could to try to make it happen. Like they're like, dude, we'll give you. I mean, it was like I'm like, if I could get this done in the next 4 days, I'll do it.
What, they wanted your cum that bad?
They were making a big. I forget. I wish I would have taken a picture of the sign, but it was very much like we fucking need cum. Some shit like,
especially out there.
Right. Maybe that's right. Yeah. Exactly. So like I literally did a whole thing. The only thing that sucked is once I looked into it, you were going to have to go the first time to produce a sample, and they'd have to evaluate it to make sure it was worthy of it, and then you could come in and make money.
Can you imagine your guys just swimming headfirst into each other?
I know.
As soon as you get under the microscope, it's just one-eyed comes.
Yeah, and I didn't have fucking
crashing
time.
into each other.
I didn't have time to do the one test run. Like if I
would they pay you for the test?
No, I don't think so. That was the problem.
Yeah, I think you probably got to qualify. But I just looked it up. It says healthy men are able to earn up to $1,500 per month.
What?
I've been throwing this shit away in a sock for fucking free for way too long. I could be getting paid for this.
It's still good instantly.
Huh?
Is yours still good, you think?
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how that goes.
I'm looking into that like tomorrow. I'm in.
You get an appointment, let me know. I'll go throw a load.
So what does that mean? Like, if you show up 5 times a day and jack off into a tube for us, that's how you get $1,500 a month.
I mean, does it come with, you have to do like an IQ test or anything, or is it just literally the quality of the semen?
Now, I will say this, Troy.
Not everybody should procreate.
This won't be a problem for me, but I think that when you donate the semen, you're not supposed to be having like sex or something. Don't you have to you're not being allowed to be fucking while you're giving it away? I think there's some rule with that.
Oh, probably. They just want the prime seed. They don't want you wasting loads on backs and throats.
That's why they lick it when you first pull it out. Seeing if they can taste pussy on it.
Yep.
From earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the test.
All right. Now it makes sense. God, things falling right into place.
Yeah, look that up, E.
I am
Do black guys, I think we talked about this at one point. Do black guys donate cum a lot?
That might be the racist thing I've ever heard.
Most racist thing? I'm
Why
being
wouldn't they?
serious. I thought we looked it up once and it was like, you don't really need to. Didn't we eat?
I'm not quite sure.
Like there was an abundance.
I was also reading this. I mean,
I can't remember what it was. I did not mean for that to come off so racist.
Yeah.
But it just popped in my head. Like I swear we had this conversation.
I mean, if you're going to have a baby and not take any responsibility for it. I mean,
seems like the perfect line of work.
Not a bad way to do it.
By the way, I don't fully understand. It says the donation process won't impact your normal sex life. Although donating sperm doesn't mean that you can't have sex. It does mean that you won't be able. It's free to do it whenever you please. So I don't. if they say, 2
maybe.
days
How the
before,
hell
maybe.
are they going to know?
Are they just talking about the retool period?
Right.
You may suffer some setbacks on this. If you're planning on walking out of here and throwing one down, you might have to have a sandwich.
Well, I am going to look into the donation process. That's true, man.
Okay.
See if there's a need for African American cum. I'm just curious. Do you remember that conversation? I keep asking you.
Not really.
You don't remember that? Me, you and Jay talked about that at length one day, I thought.
What about like dwarf cum or like
Yeah, there you go.
Well, just
handicapped people with
different kinds of
right?
cum,
Like a Downey guy walked in there and they're like,
do broken people produce broken cum?
I don't know.
No, because little people can have big people.
They can.
They can.
So, I mean.
But, if you have two parents that are both blue-eyed,
Yeah.
your kid's going to have blue eyes. Is
Not
it like-
always.
Yeah, I think it is.
No,
100% of the time, if you have both parents with blue eyes.
I don't think it's. I mean, it's most common, but I think there's
it's
still
like-
a chance. But
According to the Genetic Library Project, the black sperm donor shortage is also attributed. So there is a shortage, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Is attributed to the fact that only 1 in every 1,000 applicants of all races make it through the screening process. That includes semen analysis and extensive 3-generation medical history, infectious disease testing. So in general, it says only
3 generations of shit? Like,
yeah, we're gonna need your father and your grandfather's name.
right.
fuck, never mind. Yeah, black guys are just
I'll see myself out.
Yep. I know what that means. I know what that's code for.
I mean, in
So
general,
black
it says,
guys have bad nut. Is that what that is?
well, it says that of all races in general, it says only 1 in every 1,000 applicants make it through.
Really?
How many one and how many black guys make it through?
Just in general, out of all of it, 1 in 1,000 actually get to.
That's. I mean, again, this is just the first thing that shows up on Google.
Sure,
It could
that
certainly
seems-
be. It's from a Yahoo article.
It's a stringent process.
It could be the answers you provide to the questions too.
Well, yeah, I think that's.
By the way,
I don't think it's all medical though. Like they
right.
test your sperm under a microscope. They're like, oh yeah, this guy admitted he had a drug problem in the early '90s. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I think they toss you for anything.
and I'm sure they don't. Yeah, exactly. They only want the creme de la creme.
By the way,
Yeah.
it's like this is one of those things I'm sure, of course, has nothing to do with listening to our thing. But one of the second articles I looked up where it says, is there a demand for certain sperm? Comes from the Seattle, spermbank.com. I was just talking about fucking Seattle.
Yeah, they're dying.
But it's just funny. But it says currently there is a need for diverse ethnic sperm, especially African American, Latino, and Hispanic men.
Okay, well there you go.
All right.
Jesus Christ. By the way, Mike, this has nothing to do with this necessarily, but it kind of does. I'm currently on a streak of I've kind of given up porn. I've 4.5 weeks. I have not. Now I've masturbated. I'm not saying I haven't masturbated, but I've stopped.
What are you
watching
masturbating to?
What are you going to? The file?
Just my head.
Really?
Really?
Do you
Just the
go
head.
back to experiences, or do you come up with new scenarios?
No, I'm going back to just past experiences.
Like with real women?
yeah,
both
the
of them?
few ones I've had.
Really?
All-
Who's-
I-
Go back and forth between the
There's
two.
a lot of reruns.
Who's the go-to?
I'm not gonna say who the go-to is.
Well, is
would.
it someone we would go obvious? Is it the Indian woman who cheated on her
No,
husband
I don't.
with you?
No, God, no.
Do you go back and think about closing the deal in Reno?
No,
Okay.
not really. It has to be something that's happened already. But I've stopped watching it. I just stopped. I just won. I went a few days and all of a sudden I was like, you know what, dude? I probably should. Like, it just seems weird.
Is that for Lent?
No, for like good. I'm not saying I'll never watch it again, but
Yeah.
I'm not planning on
Is
it.
Lent where you give up meat?
You give up something.
Well, you can give up something.
You're supposed to
sin,
give up something for that time period, but then you don't eat meat on Fridays.
but then you might give up, smoking or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you can still beat your meat on Fridays.
Of course,
You
just can't eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
The B is important in that. Sense.
Right.
Correct.
Very,
and
very.
even with the masturbation, by the way, I don't have a set limit on how much I do it a week, but I've cut it down. Like I've said to myself, like you get like 3 compared
Should
to like
keep a
what was-
journal or something so we could compare it? Like, when you've got heavy weeks and not so heavy weeks. Do you,
I'll start keeping a journal of how when the
dates,
masturbation.
times.
Have you noticed a difference in climax time and amount of joy?
I think I am enjoying it more.
Okay.
The actual action.
Is it harder?
What
I
do
mean,
you
not your dick, but is it harder to make it produce?
No, it doesn't. I have a
Is
pretty
it
decent
easier because
imagination.
you can picture yourself being there more?
Yeah, maybe.
You
I
can take
have
yourself back
a
to that
good enough
moment?
imagination. I can think back to the times I'm thinking of or whatever, decent enough. I don't know. Like I said, I just felt like it was. I'm not trying to be. I just felt like it was something like I had like 50 saved tabs on my phone. There was just porn. It was just there all the time. And I was just like, what am I doing?
Was that like your standard like files? Like that was like your rotation
your iPhone,
right there.
You can, I don't. Do you have the iPhone? I forget if you have another.
No.
But you know how you can open up and there's just
Well, yeah, but you can do that on Android too.
Okay, yeah. So whatever. But I had 50 of them. They were just nonstop open.
Okay.
I never closed them.
Yeah, you should probably close them out once in a while.
I did. I shut them all out, dude.
Takes a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just sitting there fucking zip.
Check all, delete all.
But anyway, I just for whatever reason, I literally wouldn't have brought it up if we weren't talking about a thing that I felt like it was
Congratulations, I think.
Thank you.
Shows a sign of maturity.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Less fapping is good for you.
I think
it reminded me.
Oh, go ahead.
By the way, I got a text from G Money yesterday, and Marshall apparently came home and announced that.
Oh boy.
that he's got a new crew. There's a gang in.
He's got a squad.
He's got a squad now.
All right.
In North Phoenix, Arizona.
Really?
The Wild Flappies.
The Wild Flappies.
The Wild Flappies.
And what is that referring to?
I don't know. I was like, sounds like a typo, and he's just got a circle jerk group going.
Yeah.
The Wild Flappies.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean,
why not?
That would make way more sense.
Those clowns are running around the playground like, caw-caw. We're the Wild Flappies.
Yeah. But apparently they made Marshall their inaugural leader.
He's the King Flappy?
He's the King Flappy. Yeah, the Wild Flappies.
Respect. Okay.
So, I mean, if you're looking for...
How many are in the group?
I don't know exactly where their territory is.
Yeah.
They're 8, so I'm imagining it's close to their homes, but...
Hey, I wonder, you probably didn't get too much into it. Did he just come to his home to his dad and say, hey, by the way, I'm in a gang now?
New crew, the Wild Flappies.
Isn't it, by the way, what parents are always telling their kids? Don't join gangs.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought, but, what are you going to do?
HCP worked for us.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll try to get clarification on the Fappies versus the Flappies.
Yeah.
What kind of initiation they've
got
going on.
Jets, they're out there on the playground getting it down. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, it's that exciting time of the year because Zott Ford's Truck Month is finally here. Truck Month means lower prices, better selections, higher rebates, and more inventory. All this delivered with Zott Ford's world-class service and their simple, fun, fast, and easy experience. Swing by Zott and take home a new 22 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend as low as $363 a month on a 24-month lease, or roll away in a new 23 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4 lease as low as $282 a month, which is also a short 24 months. Finally, you can lease the #1 selling truck in America for the past 46 years in a row. That's incredible. A new 22 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT 4x4, also as low as $292 a month for 24 months, or financing as low as 0%, your choice. Plus, Zott Ford will again toss in $500 in accessories to ensure you love your new F-150. And don't worry, even though it's Truck Month, our friends at Zott Ford still have a lot full of other sweet whips to choose from. Get details and search their tantalizing trucks at dealsinthed.com. There we go.
Lovely.
Boy, oh boy, it's hard to talk.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Rusty? Pipes a little rusty?
Yeah, they are. I was using some of my Entertainer Secret.
Oh, yeah.
Which does not seem to be working all that well.
No? Not much of a secret anymore either.
No, it's not. Some of the other things, I'm not spending a ton of time on surgery-related shit. We did the thing in members area, but one of the things that you realize, and I knew this going in, so this isn't breaking by any stretch, but just how much you use whatever part of your body you're not allowed to use.
Oh, God, yes.
You stub a toe, you realize just how much you use your fucking toes.
Sure.
And God,
back does everything.
Everything. I didn't realize just how often I drop shit. I don't care if it's a sock, twisting off the top to my water and it skips out of my hands, and I can't bend over and pick it up. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm in a constant state of fuck, because it's a pen drops.
Mom, get my sock.
Unbelievable, man. But that's what I notice more than almost anything is just how often I drop shit. Yeah.
Got to work on those hands.
Yeah, dude, I thought I had great hands.
So you thought.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to fumble a football, but still,
You Fumble everything else, apparently.
Yeah, bottle caps and.
Well, the reality is, no offense, but you've always been dropping these things. It's like when you fucking buy.
Maybe that's what I don't know though. Yeah. Have I always been dropping?
Well, it's like
just never thought about picking it up.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean like it's like when you like get a new car or something like that. All of a sudden now you see that car everywhere you go. Like, oh, I didn't notice this many. So I feel like it could just be something where you were probably doing this and it just was no big deal. Now you're like, oh shit, I dropped a lot of.
I don't think of myself as someone who fumbles a lot. Honestly, I don't. But I mean, maybe I suppose it's possible.
Sure.
That,
or it could be that it's on your mind that you really don't like. You're overthinking the fact that you don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, maybe.
So now you're like you're getting the
not good under pressure. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Shit, drop it.
Of course, you're gonna drop it. Of course.
Right.
Anyway, no, it's good to be back though. It took 2 weeks, literally to the day.
Yeah.
From surgery, which was
personally,
good.
I thought it was gonna be a lot longer.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there were, I had so many people in my ear, going, oh, yeah, expect X, expect Y, expect Z. Like everybody had an opinion. And I welcomed them all, but some people definitely had me worried that it was going to be, oh, you're going to be out weeks and weeks, possibly months. And I'm like, I can't imagine it's that big a deal,
Well, it's not like you're going back to, heavy lifting or anything.
Right.
You have to sit.
If I was doing your job, yeah, I'd be out months. And they've said that, like if you didn't have such a pussy job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you were driving an excavator at work, yeah, you'd be out for months. So.
I'm going to schedule that for just before summer one of these days.
There you go.
Sounds about right. Take the summer off.
Yeah. Get some workers' comp and yeah.
Well, I got to fake it getting hurt at work for that one.
Can't you just go, my back?
Well, believe me, my back issues are
well documented.
Well documented.
Yeah, but if you just go, well, finally, that was the straw that broke the dromedary's back.
Maybe.
That step. That was it. I happened to be at work. So.
Although I do have a legit one for the shoulder for a workman's comp. I'm keeping that one. Keeping that one in the back pocket.
How long can you hold on to that for?
Yeah,
it's been a few weeks.
Oh, it's been a few months.
Has it?
Oh yeah, for the shoulder.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this okay to talk about? Like, I wonder if
that's okay. Yeah,
well,
no, it happened at work.
Scam the system yet.
No. I mean, and everybody knows that it happened at work.
Okay.
But it was one of those things where at the time I thought I was fucked.
Yeah.
But I have so many aches and pains. It still worked. Just was sore. I didn't know how much of it was just bruised, how much of it was going to be, go away in a few days. And the pain kind of did. But I'm realizing there's some actual damage in there. Yeah.
It's doing a lot of that clicking and popping noise now.
Oh, yeah. Even more than before?
Good Lord. We got to get you in there, T. Sure. I know.
I don't even know where to start first. Knee, shoulder, neck, back.
Yeah.
Just line me up.
All fair questions. Excuse me.
Okay.
School shootings.
Oh, my favorite.
We don't, it's getting to the point, honestly, where it's like, unless you've got a tremendous kill count or...
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, it's almost boring.
Sure.
They're happening so frequently that it's like, okay, well, this one's a little different.
All right.
We have 6 killed, 3 children, opened fire at a private school in Nashville.
Okay.
The incident took place at the Covenant School, an elementary school. The shooter killed 3 kids and 3 adults before being shot dead by cops. Cops apparently went in, running in.
No Uvalde shit here?
No.
They learned.
Yes.
Good for them.
And I don't know if this ties in or not, but it was a chick shooter.
Really?
Huh?
Wow. Adult? Or is this a student?
Yeah, they thought she was a teenager, but it sounds like she's 28.
Okay. Sounds like she held it up together pretty well.
Yeah, right? White, 28 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time we had a female mass shooter? Wow.
I don't.
I can't even. I mean, you would think, but I can't even think of one.
I can't either.
Right. I mean, it's hard to even think of one that just wasn't a white dude.
Yeah.
Alone,
Dude,
a white chick, for God's sakes.
I put it in here. If I were to ever have kids, God forbid, send your kids to an all-black inner-city school.
Yeah.
It's the safest place for
They'll
them
get
to
the
be.
shit kicked out of them, but they won't get shot.
They won't get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never... Black dudes just don't go into their own schools and just open fire with an AR-15. They just don't do it.
No, they take care of it in the streets after school.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know where this survey came from, but it...
Oh, there's probably a bunch, because depending on what they count as a mass shooting...
Yeah, right?
Oh, no, but I'm just saying according
135 to 3.
According to this.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 male and female. What are you, like a Bonnie and Clyde situation? You got to have both?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Since from 82 to 23.
So wait, what are they? There's been more than 135 mass shootings.
Well, like that's what I was saying. I don't know what this. Maybe this has different. What they count as a mass shooting.
Any single attack in a public place with 3 or more fatalities in line with the definition of the FBI. That's what it says. Since 2013.
But either way, even if this isn't all of them, that's still, I mean,
that tells you,
like 3 that they have listed on this one since 1982.
Well, 5 technically, because there's a male and female
correct,
in there.
5.
So.
We don't know who she is. She does not. She does appear to be in her teens. That's what Don Aaron, spokesman for the Nashville Metro Police, said.
This was an elementary school. Is that what it was too? So Litlands, she went in there and whacked.
What's that?
Litlands.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shortly before 10:13 a.m., she entered the school through a side door and began opening fire on the second floor. And by 10:27, she'd been shot dead. So you think they looked in and went, "It's a chick."
Not even. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably got shit aim.
What'd you go to the second floor for? Was there? I mean, was this? I wonder if this was targeted. If this was.
She's 28 and apparently went to that school at some point.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, what, like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
was there? Do we have a little teacher diddling situation? She went back in to finally go get some vengeance.
By the way, can you imagine if she's hot?
Yeah.
We're talking Harley Quinn type shit.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like copycats. Don't you think that if we got a really fucking hot?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think it's gonna catch on.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think chicks do that generally, and I don't think that that's gonna convince them to go out and go shooting up the kids.
Yeah.
Because some chick was hot that did it.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna take more than that.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. She was armed with 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun. Parents were told to collect their children from a nearby church.
Or morgue.
Right. I was going to say the live ones.
Yeah.
You don't want to be just sending, because there's 3 sets of parents.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, go collect your kid. I hope
wait. Not you guys. Not you guys. You guys wait here.
Yeah.
You guys don't go to the church.
Leslie, you stay there. You're good with your husband. The Mahalski family, just stay over there. You're good.
Could you imagine just being the last 3 parents like at the church, like everybody else is gone?
Someone's
like,
just cutting you off.
Like, what? Should be coming any minute.
Yeah, any minute. They said, yeah. Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn was among the first to share condolences. Nice. First ones are the best ones,
Yeah,
right?
you got to get it in quick.
Yeah, if you can tweet out, tap us faster than everybody else.
I mean, you're 4th, 5th. Does it even matter at that point?
No. Now it looks like you're a plagiarist.
Exactly.
More than anything, Chuck and I are heartbroken. Are you, Marsha?
Marsha.
My office is in contact with federal, state, and local officials, and we stand ready to assist. Yeah, all politicians.
Jump right in there.
Yeah. Monday's shooting is the 129th shooting this year. Of what? School shootings?
Just in Nashville, of
exactly,
kids,
right?
By chicks, because it's got to be more than that. There was only 135 on the chart since
right,
1982.
Yeah, but from 1982 to 2003, there was probably none.
Yeah, right.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like you could have picked that up just over the last decade. What are you looking at, Eddie?
Oh, nothing. I was trying to find a picture of her.
So they know she's 28, but they
Do they
haven't
have a
I
picture
didn't
of her?
see one. That's what I was
I
saying.
was going to say,
Yeah.
but they don't have her name,
No, not yet.
or they haven't released it. Well, how do they know she's 28 then?
Oh, they might have
Cut her open and count the rings?
I checked a couple sites before we came down here. That could be updating any second.
Okay.
By the time we're done, her name probably will be out there. But as far as the time I came down here, it wasn't known.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Is that the same thing with like, when people die, they don't release their names until they notify the next of kin? Does that count, with a perp? With a shooter like that, when the cops take them out, do they have to go through that same protocol and give the respect of notifying the next of kin before you release their names?
I don't know. I wouldn't think the same rules would apply.
I'm curious. I don't know.
Yeah, because they don't give them the same.
Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But they don't give them the same level of respect. They're like 7 dead and the
you don't get
shooter.
to count them as one of the
One of the dead.
one of the totals, right?
One of the victims. Yeah.
Even if they shot themselves, which technically that goes under their fucking body count. Should this one doesn't? This doesn't count because the cops killed her.
Right.
That's like
But if
getting.
she shot herself, that's still a It's in her count. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's kind of cheap. I had a science teacher back in the day who was really big on you putting your name on the paper, like people turn in their quiz without putting their name on it.
Yeah, well, you got to know who the fuck it is.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know how big of a problem
I would say most of my teachers were pretty concerned with me.
Yeah, that's kind of standard,
to the
I think.
point, let me finish. Okay. To the point that he would give you credit for doing that. Science is the knowledge of the pursuit of knowledge of things as they are and why they act as they do. Mm-hmm. The reason I know that definition still is because you had to write that and your name in full on every fucking thing you turned in.
And how many points did you get for that?
I don't know, but it seems like cheap points.
Sure.
You know, science is the knowledge of the pursuit of knowledge of things as they are and why they act as they do definition. Fine, it worked. It ingrained it. My name wasn't one of those things, you know, but he would give you an extra point. It kind of feels like that. Like,
okay.
You know, if you kill yourself after taking out 7, it's kind of like getting that extra point for,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Writing your own name down on your paper.
Yeah,
but you should have done that.
But you still got the point. You still took the points, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Well, then they should get them too.
Layup is the same as a dunk, Mike. Like,
it's true.
It's still 2 points.
Yeah.
But a 3-pointer is 3.
Yeah. Oh, T, you're not going to like this story.
No, I'm not.
No.
Well, I veto it. Let's not do it if I don't like it.
Oh, no, I want to do it because you're not going to like it.
All right, fine.
So you can read that.
No, go ahead. All right, I'll do this. Because this shit that I'm not going to like is brought to you by Janet Davis Cleaners on Woodward and Berkeley. It's family owned since 1938, and they offer free pickup and delivery. They use only the best environmentally friendly cleaning methods, meaning it's guaranteed odor-free. They have an intact button guarantee, so no broken buttons for you. It's a full-service dry cleaners for casual clothes, work clothes, wedding gowns, sheets, comforters, duvet covers, tablecloths, and more. Visit janetdaviscleaners.com or call them at 248-543-0340. Mention TDC and get $20 off your first home pickup.
I should be very clear. I don't mean you're not going to like this story.
Okay.
What I mean by that is you're going to have an opinion on this story.
I have an opinion on everything.
Well, I think you will with this as well. CNN writer John Blake is accusing white people of wearing digital blackface.
Oh.
If they share memes or gifts featuring black people.
Dude, I can't believe this has been around.
No, I know. This is a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've talked about this before.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this broke Friday. This was an article by John Blake on Friday.
What a hard-hitting article.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, there's no
Journalism
research
at its
needed,
finest.
by the way, at all. You can just write, it's an opinion piece, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
The good old op-ed.
Right.
No repercussions.
He referred to he says that people use featuring black people in these GIFs, and I get a lot of them from people.
Yeah.
You know, and it
We
goes,
use exclusively the black emojis. So.
Oh, yeah. Black emojis are used exclusively by us.
Definitely.
Yes. They offered them. I'm using them.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know.
I mean, the fist bump is way better as a black fist than a white fist.
It is.
It just is.
Yeah.
Carries
Seems
more
fitting.
weight. Yep.
And they don't have white people fists.
No. Well, yeah,
They
do.
have Simpsons color. Yellow.
Well, yeah, right.
Well,
exactly.
they have the tan.
They have
or
a,
like
they have an
like,
array.
There's a color that's supposed to be white.
I use a little bit. I try to go with the darkest shade of black I can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
For any of those
I
things.
don't want to get confused as like
Except-
Mexican or something
Yeah. Except for this one.
because you can't make it out.
I can't make it out, man. The guy that's going, oh,
Yeah.
you know, like, well, what are you going to do? I use one shade lighter
Okay.
on him. So you can tell that I'm using a colored skin font, but you can still make out what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, otherwise it gets lost. You can't.
Is he not smiling in that emoji?
I don't know. I can't tell. Asshole. Referring to the most popular memes and GIFs as radicalized reactions is what Blake argued, that black people get a pass for using them.
Okay.
So do you want no one to be able to use black?
Well, black people can only
gifs?
use black ones. White people can only use white ones.
Why?
Because
I
that's
don't
what
believe
Blake
that.
says.
Blake's full of shit.
I know.
Black people get a pass for using them, but when white people did so,
By the way, I'm glad he's allowing black people to use. It's
Thanks,
not
Blake.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even like white people shouldn't use them.
look up CNN John Blake.
Like, they get a pass.
Yeah.
They're allowed.
This dude better be black,
No way.
right? He's got to be, right?
I don't
Jeff's
think so.
brother.
No, I don't think so. I bet you it's not at all.
You think it's some ultra
I think
woke
it's a white.
douchebag?
I bet you it's a white dude because a black guy wouldn't waste his fucking time with this.
Probably wouldn't.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is totally a white dude issue, and I'm surprised
but-
it's even a dude. To be honest with you, it's a white chick thing.
John Blake. So John. Do you know how to spell John Blake?
Damn it!
What is it?
Wow.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a white or black guy. I mean,
What are you basing that on?
the nose and the skin tone and the.
I mean,
Hair.
I can look at a dude and know that he's black. Sorry.
Can you?
Yeah. You don't think that's a black guy?
What do you think, E?
I would say a mixed. To be honest,
Yeah, there's-
with
I
you.
mean,
There's
listen, light
something
skin's still
mixed in it.
black. Tiger's still black.
That's true.
I mean,
He's Cablinasian.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
So-
I'd say a half and half possible.
You think it's half and half?
no. I mean, I mean, somebody, you know,
This guy
had
does
some
not.
somebody had a little white something in there somewhere along the line, but he's a black dude for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, no question.
Isn't the fun of the GIF and the emoji to be creative with it? Have fun with it.
I think the emoji, I mean,
I just
the
use
GIF,
whatever
the
one fits
meme,
the thing
right?
that I'm
Exactly.
making
It
a
doesn't
point
matter
with.
what
Yeah.
it is necessarily, you know.
Like sometimes
Like-
I just type in funny reaction, and
Yeah.
the first one that's funny to me is what
like
I
the
use.
Michael Jackson eating popcorn.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
I was gonna
classic.
just say that
It's a
one.
classic,
Yeah, it's great.
classic.
For sure.
Absolutely nothing to do with race. Absolutely nothing. And
No.
for the most part,
It could
none
be a
of them
white
do.
person. It just happens to be.
And it
Michael
basically
Yeah.
was a white person. It
Yeah.
was Michael
Right.
Jackson.
Right.
I mean, so
I remember I made one. I've made very few memes in my life, but a few of them. Years ago, Skylar sent me a thing that she wanted to go to like some rap concert of, you know, a bunch of Lils and somebody's.
yeah,
And I made one that was
Lils and Pox.
Yeah, you know, like the Kevin Hart one where he's kind of like got his head cocked and looking at you kind of
Yeah, yeah.
sideways. And I was like, "Stop it, you're white." And I made that one and I sent it to her. She was like, "You should not have a smartphone."
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong
Right,
with
but
that.
so am I racist? But because I used a Kevin Hart meme when I did that? Is that cultural appropriation? Digital cultural appropriation?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the more we get, the better.
Yeah.
You know
How
what I
about
mean?
we stop worrying about fucking race?
Yeah.
How about we stop
Right?
dividing things like that by
I agree with
gender
you.
and race and
Imagine sitting down and writing that article. And what did he think? Like, by the
Political
way,
affiliation.
does
Let's
he
just
think he's
fucking be.
changing the world or something.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think it's just more. All I can think of is like, oh, okay, this is just a clickbaity thing, and you got it.
Yep, we're talking about it.
We're talking about
we
it.
put this dickhead's picture up.
Yeah.
So, congratulations,
It's
Mr. Blake.
it's more fun for me to run down like black, you know, our conversation about black emojis, and
Yeah.
those are fucking great. You know, it's like, oh, if you're going to introduce something new, right? Part of the rule is that it's for mankind.
Sure.
Everybody can use it, right? I don't.
You should have to like enter your race into your phone so it only allows certain functions. Oh, sorry, you only get to use these emojis. You're not allowed to use these because
Yeah.
it's outside of your scope. Sorry.
I mean, if someone's like, oh yeah, I got totally shit faced last night, and then next thing that pops through is your buddy sends you a fucking Irish flag. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the insinuation being all Irish people are drunks, and
Yeah, they are.
you got but then like, so what? Do you have to be Irish to do that? Mm-hmm. You know,
According to Mr. Blake.
to go, oh my God, I met this bitch last night. Dude, I swear to God, she doesn't even have a soul. And then you send a picture of the fucking redhead emoji over.
Mm-hmm.
But like, "Bloop, was this her?
Is this does he
Only
have,
a redhead can throw that out there.
does he have anything of validity in this thing? Does he have any sort
says-
of backup for his statements?
He went on to quote, and this is always good if you're a journalist. He went on to quote a 2017 Teen Vogue article by Lauren Jackson, in which she argued that people often cherry pick gifs that featured black people when attempting to express extreme emotions. Yeah, well, sorry, black people have the greatest reactions.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. White people are known as boring. They're a bunch of wallflowers.
Oh.
Black guy's the one they could be at a gas pump and fucking the whole place goes lit. Right? Black dudes will do that. So
Yeah, I
why
don't know
can't
that
we
I've
all
ever-
celebrate that?
I don't think I've ever chosen one like specifically because of that. Like, you know, these two are neck and neck, but I'm gonna take the black one instead because
Right.
it's black and
No, that's a great point. I never have.
I've never, you know what I mean? Like I scroll through
That's
and
what I
I
said, I
and I
usually type a
and I
subject
see
or
which,
something,
which
and then-
one that I find to be the most appropriate or the funniest,
Yeah.
the most impactful, and I use that one.
One that he actually mentions in here, which I see a lot. I don't think I've ever used. Not that I'm opposed to it, but it usually lands well.
Sure.
When someone drops Michael Jordan sobbing.
Oh yeah, great, yeah,
You know
of
what I
course,
mean?
Yeah,
definitely.
Michael Jordan crying, yeah.
I don't think I've used it, but seen it so many times. It's great.
Yeah, I've used that and stuff, and I took that personally. I used it for you. I used that one when there was like 9 things of fucking olives in the fridge one time, and I cleaned them all out, and I just stack all these fucking olives. I used that exact meme. I was like, right. And I took that personally. Oh, no, it wasn't him crying. I'm sorry. That's the one with him looking at the iPad from his...
Is that the one?
Yeah, whatever, because there's a thing where he's like, they said that, and he was like,
they're all
took
talking
that
shit about him.
Yeah. But...
So reaction gifts do, let's see, while reaction gifts can do every feeling under the sun, white and non-black users seem to especially prefer gifts with black people when it comes to emitting their most exaggerated emotions. Extreme joy, annoyance, anger, occasions for drama and gossip are a magnet for images of black people, especially black females. Sorry.
But so what's the problem with that?
Shouldn't that be actually kind of celebrated? It sounds like they
get very emotional. So what's wrong with that?
Sad, joy. Like those are emotions of humans.
Yeah,
dude. And if you're
honestly,
saying like, these people show it,
name the white person meme or GIF that would fit as well as a brawl breaks out in the front yard and now there's 20 fucking weaves all over the lawn. Name the white person equivalent.
Well, if you didn't. The opposite of that is that if you exclusively only used white memes, then aren't you racist? Aren't you a white supremacist?
The fact that you're even thinking about it almost makes you semi-racist. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're even thinking like, well, as long as I use all white emojis, they got nothing on me. Like,
oh, Blake.
Clay Travis tweeted, let's see. I'd love to hear an explanation of how posting a GIF or meme of a black person online is digital blackface, but a man dressing up like a woman in real life is heroic. Please explain, CNN. CNN is more concerned about digital blackface than they are biological men wearing women face. What's IRL?
In real life.
In real life, yeah. Thank you. By the way, there's a few things that this applies to, and I love pointing this out. I'm never a fan of cards, birthday cards, good luck on your wedding cards, all the cards. I'm just like, no, I can't do it. Except.
What about your white privilege card?
Well, yeah, but I mean like a birthday card.
Oh, okay. So.
Happy 40th birthday. Like, total waste. You wasted $2 on that fucking card.
Shit.
No one's going to.
If you haven't bought a card in a long time, if you think they're $2, Holmes.
No, I buy very expensive cards.
Yeah, they're like $10 these days. It's fucking nuts.
Not the ones people send me. I get a lot of fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah. Well, you can get them at the dollar store.
Yeah, exactly. No, I exclusively buy like the mahogany collection, which is tough. I hate to even say this. I'm not even saying it.
I thought we were supposed to support black businesses.
Right.
Black-owned businesses. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Hey, right.
I mean, it's a category on like DoorDash and shit, on Grubhub, all those things, right?
Yeah. There's
Don't tell me what are white-owned businesses.
Right.
Well, I wanted to get some examples. I wanted to get some examples of cards so I could read them to you because they're fucking great. If you're not familiar with the For Us,
Do they make a Father's Day card?
I don't think so.
I was just checking.
Yeah. But the Mahogany Collection, I went to their website and I was like, oh, I'm going to print off some examples. Then I can read them here, like, to my boo on my queen on her special day.
Yeah.
The site was, shocker, it wasn't working.
No?
No.
Was on a break?
So
Okay.
it wasn't working. I mean, make of that what you will, but.
Sucks.
Yeah,
been
so
good
I
reference material.
wasn't able to print off some examples because the Mahogany card site was not at work today.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. By the way.
Maybe they're just late.
Yeah,
What time were they supposed to open? Maybe they're just running a little late.
Shit, we open at 1:13, bitch.
Yeah, but the sign says 10.
By the way, I'm not kidding. There's also if you can't find anyone working for mahogany cards, if you can't find good cards for that, color shots.
Okay.
COLOUR shot color shot cards.
I hate the use and stuff.
I know.
I really do. Neighborhood and those things. Pisses me off.
How bad do you want a greeting card from the company Hood Greetings now?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Look it up.
Hood Greetings.
Yeah.
Hood Greetings or Afro Touch Design.
Okay. I like Hood Greetings better.
Hood greetings.
Because I want to know what that looks
up.
like. Look it up. Hoodgreetingscards.com, whatever. Because I want to know if that's like
you open it up, it shoots you.
Happy birthday, motherfucker!
It says, happy duck.
Right,
you got a duck from your own card.
Right, we're finna celebrate.
I bet there's a lot of that.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's like full of Onyx, or if it just happens to be the name of it, and they're all just standard greeting cards, or if they change their messages based on it.
Is there any chance this is right? It says, I mean, unless there's another hoodgreetingscards.com, but I don't feel like this.
What the fuck? Vaseline? What is that? Chicken box of chicken? Holy shit! That's a fucking racist ass cards right there.
Is it?
Fucking fried chicken and fucking. What is that? Fucking cocoa butter?
Did it say? Wait, did you really see fried chicken on there?
Look at right there. Happy birthday. Boss man with a fucking box of chicken candles on it. Instead of a cake.
Oh, I thought that said Cheetos.
No,
it says chicken. It's a box of fried chicken.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos would apply too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So that's a real thing.
So are these fucking racist as shit? What's going on here?
No, but I mean, sure.
Certified by the Hood. Shop our best sellers.
There you go. Go up.
Okay, see that E?
Where is it?
Up to the right.
To the right.
To the
All
right.
the way
to the right. There you
going.
go. There you go. Up.
Certified by the Hood.
Let's find out. Oh, see, fuck this. They're pounds. This is Euro trash. This isn't real Hood. I don't want.
Go on with your bad self. That's.
Yeah. Ra, is that you? Yeah. See, that's what I said. This isn't American. This is like British.
But is this? I don't know if this is what he's talking about. This is what
it is. It absolutely is.
Okay.
But it's
their version of being racist.
Look at. I would crease my Air Forces for you. Right? I mean, it's stuff that.
See, they didn't tell me.
It's a very specific demographic.
All I did was Google, African American card companies or something, and it's like, oh, here you go. These ones are all
real classy for my side
crossed out. I love
crossed out main thing.
Main thing. That's a great card. For my side, and then it's like, oh shit, this is for not my side piece. Side is crossed out. Main ting for my main ting.
I was gonna take you out for your birthday, but there's rice at home.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
$3.
We're not going to McDonald's. We got hamburgers at home.
Right.
On fucking piece of white bread.
Yeah.
Your snoring is a bit mad, but I still love you.
Black don't crack.
Black don't crack. Living proof. Living proof. Black don't crack. That's a great one.
All right.
These are.
To the waviest Ute.
If a black person isn't making these are incredibly.
I know.
Yeah.
Is there could you imagine being the one white person in the office, like having to come up with these cards?
I was thinking happy birthday to the waviest Ute.
They're just looking at you like,
right?
Yeah,
they're like, no, that's too white. No, that's too white. You finally throw one out, and they're all like, what?
Wow. Wow.
It's just a very fine line there.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean,
Big up. Big birthday.
The birthday
Baby y'all. Baby yeah.
Fuck, who knows? Badge
I can't even see what that says.
BADGYAL. What the fuck is that?
B-Day girl.
B-Day. What?
Bad
gal.
Bad gal.
Okay.
It's.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is. I will exclusively be ordering these cards from here on out.
Oh yeah. Look, go up.
All men are blood clart. What the fuck is a blood clart?
It's your birthday. Here's the attention you ordered.
So
hand a bag over to someone. Here's the attention you ordered. It's not bad.
Not bad.
So the modern day segregationists do everything possible to keep people divided by race, prevent them from having joyful and natural interactions, ban them from appreciating the culture and humor of others, which I love doing. Right?
Yeah.
And I know that it's going to some black-owned business. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I would think if you're a black business owner, I don't give a shit if they're buying your stuff because it's different than their culture. They find it humorous. I don't care if they want to do it because they hate me so much. Buy all my merch.
Yep.
Black guys, white guys, Asian guys, girls. Who gives a shit?
Even if it's a joke, I don't care.
Yeah.
Money's still cash.
I would want every fucking nerdy white boy talk show talking about my mahogany line.
So, I mean, where does this end,
Hood
though?
cards.
But realistically, where does this end? But am I allowed to watch, Tyler Perry movies? No. Am I allowed to listen to? No, am I allowed to listen to Run DMC anymore? Where does it stop? Where does this end?
It doesn't,
because they get to just define this, where they make this line of what's okay and what's not.
Yeah.
So fuck you. Mr. Blake, eat a whole bag.
Yeah. And this was Glenn Greenwald's
Of
comment.
white dicks, of course not.
Obviously.
Joyful natural interactions, ban them from appreciating the culture and humor of others, and in general, demand that they have as little in common as possible. When the demand for racism radically outstrips the supply, Shapiro wrote. I thought that was
That's a good line.
quite good.
Definitely.
But, you know, hey, if even an offensive story like this opens our minds a little bit and we find hood cards or hood greetings, whatever, hood greetings out of that,
There you go.
win-win.
Every cloud is a silver lining.
Absolutely. And
Every silver lining has a touch of gray.
I'd like to be introduced to the black-owned business that sees me coming along and just goes, out of my store. Your money's no good here. I don't think very many of them exist.
No, there's probably some, but not very many. No.
Maybe.
And that's even worse. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, let's stop fucking dividing.
Yeah.
Let's stop defining people.
That's your privilege talking, Troy.
Oh, no, it's not. That's my
It
my
isn't.
wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your common sense, man.
Yeah.
You got a master's in common sense. Couple more brothers, this time teammates of the...
Like blood brothers? Or
No, blood brothers.
okay, well, we're still talking hood
No.
greetings.
Different brothers altogether. Teammates for the Florida Panthers. Again, we've seen this pop up in baseball, now hockey, and hockey somewhere else too. Refusing to wear the alphabet sweater
Oh, okay.
during the team's warm-up skate Thursday night. Eric and Mark Stahl joined San Jose Sharks goalie James Reimer and Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov, who we talked about. Remember his jersey sold out immediately when he was like, not wearing the gay one.
Exactly.
Don't have any interest in
Right?
the gay one.
I have to go home to Russia. I don't want to be shot. I don't want those pictures of me on the internet.
Yeah. After many thoughts, prayers, and discussions, we have chosen not to wear a Pride Night jersey tonight. We carry no judgment. A little bit. A little bit of judgment, maybe.
Well,
Tad bit. On how people choose to live their lives. See, it's so funny that you have to say this. You have to go to this extent.
well, you do. I mean, but that goes both ways. I mean, they can be okay with it, but they don't necessarily have to support it or endorse it.
Right.
But the respect doesn't go both ways. They don't get the respect to respectfully decline to wear it or support it.
Yeah.
It's not a two-way street on that.
The fact that they have to say that says it's not a two-way street.
Yeah, of course.
Because they all say the same thing. Like,
I'm okay with it. I just don't really want to. And I'd have more respect if they were like, yeah, no, I'm not okay with it. I don't believe it. It's my personal belief. You know, it's fine.
Quit
I wouldn't
forcing
do it.
the shit on
I'm
me.
not out, I don't go out on Saturday nights to, kicking the shit out of drag queens or anything, It's fine. You do you, I'll do me. But I'm not going to fucking wear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they should have that right, too.
I was trying to think, though, like, there are certain things you'll get up for. If the Wings do a Grateful Dead night, or if the Griffins do. And it's like, oh, that's badass. You're, as a fan, doesn't mean everybody in the stadium's a Grateful Dead fan.
Yep.
It feels like that's different, though. You know what I mean? Like,
It is.
that's,
I mean-
like, one, okay, I know what you're doing. Like,
Well, it is. But I mean, it's just like not everybody, at every, rainbow game is alphabet community.
Right.
Like, there's still actual just hockey fans or football fans or baseball fans at the game. That's the game they got to go to. It just happened to go. They were on LGBTQ plus RMNOP night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no, it's not automatic, but it is a draw for certain people. Like, I go to those games because it's Grateful Dead night, and there's a big amount of people that go and maybe wouldn't go to a hockey game otherwise, or whatever. But yeah, it's not like that's the only people that are there.
But that does feel different. This feels more in line with, like, because what you're saying is like, oh, everybody agrees with us, and there could be no one that saw it any different. Like, how could you? And it's like, well, okay, you can feel the way you feel about Pride Night in this instance, or you could feel that way about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. But I don't think it's the greatest idea to invite everybody. Please stand for your national anthem. When everyone stands up, you go, now, if everybody would join us in taking a knee for tonight's national anthem, like, you'd be like, if you want to do that, knock yourself out, man. But why are you making me fucking do it?
Now, when I went to that Griffins game, they had, first of all, fucking dope Grateful Dead jerseys. They had fucking Steelies on them. They had special jerseys for that game, and they were badass. But what if one of the guys is like, I fucking hate the Grateful Dead. I'm not wearing that jersey.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if you were to say,
I respect their music, but I just choose not to wear that jersey.
yeah, I respect everyone's choices in music, blah, blah. Now, if you went, you know what, my mother and father OD'd from heroin, and I don't think propping someone like Jerry Garcia up, for me personally, who this hits close to home, he had a major heroin problem for many years, and I don't feel like glorifying that. Sorry, I'm not wearing that jersey. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. I think they'd go, well, then don't wear it out on the ice. Because if you notice, these are always during warm-ups. Not the Griffins one. No. They wore that during the game.
Yeah, that was for the game,
but when you're talking about these MLB pitching staff.
Well, no, they still wear them. Those were real jerseys. That was for a game.
The hockey ones. The hockey goalie one, Pavronov or whatever. Those were warm-up ones, like when they're doing their skate around, when no one's barely in the stadium.
Okay, that wasn't for the game itself. You sure?
No,
because I know the baseball was the hat or the hat was just a different hat they wore,
and those guys wore the regular hat,
rainbow and the logo or whatever it was that they did.
Exactly.
But that was for the real game, so the hockey was not a real jersey. Or?
No, it was during the team's warm-up skate.
Okay.
And of course, you got to cite religious beliefs.
But that doesn't count. You're not allowed to have those anymore.
Let's see. We believe that all people should be welcome in all aspects of the game of hockey. Having said that, we feel that by us wearing a pride jersey, it goes against our Christian beliefs. We hope you can respect this statement. We will not be speaking any further on this and would like to continue to focus on the game and helping the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. Reimer had stated last Saturday, I'm choosing not to endorse something that is counter to my personal convictions, which are based on the Bible, the highest authority in my life. I strongly believe that every person has value and worth, and the Alphabet Plus community, like all others, should be welcomed in all aspects of the game of hockey. I respect everybody and everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's what Russian Orthodox Provorov said.
Yeah, it's funny how that respect just doesn't go both ways.
Right.
You're supposed to respect everybody's decision to live their life how they choose.
Yeah.
But you don't get that same opportunity.
And I would say with they're going cutesy all in. Like if the gay community was in charge of the gay sweaters or the gay jersey on the field, they'd go balls out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That community would go all in.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody being hot pink and sparkles.
Yes,
shit.
Exactly. I mean,
tassels.
It would be a whole
nipples
thing.
cut out.
So
football players with assless chaps.
Assless chaps for sure. So yeah, dude, I gotta think that for baseball it was like unless you knew it, because that game went on before it came out the next day. It wasn't like there was a big. All they did was take the TB on their hat, and there was like rainbow colors through the hat.
Yeah.
The rest of the jersey was the same.
All the same, right?
So the hockey jersey, it's like, okay, we can flamboyant out a little bit with the warm-up jersey, but you don't have the balls to do it for a regular season game or a playoff game
Not
or
yet.
a cup final.
It's coming. It's coming. I mean, they like Latin night. They're Los Tigres. They have different uniforms for that. Well, they do throwback jerseys and stuff, and then when they do that.
How do you feel about that? If you're going to push that on someone, no matter what their beliefs are and how they align with yours, do you think that players should have a right to say, you know what, because the sky's fucking blue, I don't want to wear that jersey?
It's a fine line. Because, well, it is a fine line because that's something where, and we kind of talked about this before, but where that's crossing in, it'd be one thing, it's like, whatever your sponsor was or whatever logo they're going to put on there. If for whatever, I don't want to wear a Pepsi jersey because fuck it, I like Coke. Pepsi sucks. So it's something like that. But, at the same time, this is the uniform. Now, if you look out throughout the entire business world, if there's a required uniform for your job, you're required to be within spec of that uniform. You have to wear what you're supposed to wear.
Right.
Like you have to wear a suit and tie. Well, I don't want to. but
I think
I
you have to miss
choose
the
not
game
to.
personally.
You know, and so that
think
that
you have
might
to
be
miss
it.
a game?
I think that you probably have to miss a game.
That's not a
If you care
bad
enough.
thing. Okay, I'll sit this one out. I'll take the pay. If that means that much to you, then you can sit the game out and you can you
That's
can
what I
dump
would
the
say,
paycheck,
personally.
things like that. But if
Well-
that's what you're required to do, because there's a protocol and there's a standard uniform that
Your
you're
boss is
supposed to
telling
wear.
you this is what we're wearing today.
Right. I mean, it's a fine line there, but now you're also talking about something that, goes against your
Religion,
beliefs
which
and
is-
your ideologies. So there's a gray area there for sure. But like I said, that's about the only acceptable option is, okay, I'm not going to wear it, but that means I'm not going to play in this game either.
And I would say if
Yeah.
you care
can
enough
opt.
about your religion, if you care enough that you're not going to wear the gay pride jersey, I
How
think
much
that
do you
should-
have to care, though? Can it just be something I care enough about it that
Then-
yeah,
then
I'm not-
don't-
I'm
Well,
not
Then you
cool
shouldn't
wearing
play in
that.
that game
Then you
anyway.
shouldn't play in the game.
You should, if that game is
would be my-
supporting what you don't believe in,
That would be my.
then
Yeah,
you
but
should
you didn't
sit it
sign
out.
a contract supporting all
No.
all ideas of wokeism across the country,
understand that.
whatever they may be today.
No, but you signed a contract that said you were going to wear the designated uniform too. So, like I said, there is no absolute there. I can definitely see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a weird area when you start getting into someone promoting something they don't believe in, especially if it's a deep rooted religious belief.
right.
Right or wrong, it's hard to when you get into the ideologies like that.
But it would say religion, like that's the thing though. If you're that strong about it, to me, your right isn't the right to like not have suffering
Yeah.
because of your religious beliefs. It just
Yeah.
means that all we have, by the way,
mean-
is the government says
Yeah.
that there's no government saying there's
and
a
couldn't you
organi-
just-
What if you were Palestinian and they had Jew night?
right?
You had to wear a yarmulke
Yeah.
that night. You know what I mean? Like, so shut up and do it.
Yeah, couldn't you lean on your religious exemption too? Like, until I don't hear "God damn it" one time on the ice.
I mean,
You're taking the Lord's name in vain, and it goes against my religious beliefs. And everybody goes, "God damn it, ref! What are you looking at?"
No, but somebody else saying it is not the same as you being forced to say it.
Right.
It's a different thing, right? Somebody else wearing that jersey, he's not telling other people they can't wear that uniform.
Yeah.
He's just choosing not to do it. He's choosing not to say "God damn it" because that's not what he believes.
Yeah.
So it's
Don't
not
you think
really-
it should be the same for the crowd too? Like, okay, it's Pride Night. That doesn't mean I have to throw on a rainbow fucking thing and
You don't have to.
Certainly, they're not making
right,
numbers.
There's not like a
right.
dress
So
code
can
when you
they
walk
make
in.
the fucking players
But
and
the
warm-ups
crowd
have to
aren't
wear?
the employees.
Yeah, but the
crowd
players
aren't-
have to wear a certain uniform. The fans don't.
This seems so easy, right? If you're in San Francisco, the Grateful Dead's from there. They're going to have a lot of things. Metallica's from there, so there's Metallica gear in the Giants, dugout store.
Yep.
There's Grateful Dead shit. It makes sense. It's where they're from, and it's like, hey, we get behind it. Used to be able to do Eminem night.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you agree with everything Eminem said, but there's
No, but that's
plenty
generally
of
not going
ways-
against a religious belief either,
right.
or an
But
ideology.
I think it's really unfair to put these guys in that position. You're making them have to come out and make a statement about something they would never fucking make a statement about.
It is unfair, but life's unfair. And also, if you're going to be religious, again, if you care enough about your religion, then that's part of your crusade, to be
Sure,
honest with
exactly.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
So
I'm
no,
not
I
gonna
absolutely
wear the
agree with you. I
fucking
think
jersey.
that's the most common sense of it all. If that's your belief, and if you're not going to follow the dress code for this game, that is your option. That's fine. You can sit this game out.
Yeah.
And
But
get
it's
docked
weird
a
because it's
game
not
check.
a game attire. It's just during warm-up skate. For
Well,
these
that's
things.
this one apparently.
So-
but
that's
that
like
hasn't
if
been.
you work for, if you work for a
And listen,
retail shop,
that's dipping the toe in the water. That's just because it is today. It's not what it's going to be.
No,
tomorrow.
I agree.
It's
that's
going to
like-
be a night, and then it's going to be a week, and then who knows? It's going to be a franchise.
But that'd be the point. Like we say, like, dude, companies make you sometimes wear a stupid pin that say, "Oh, ask us about this or that bullshit." It's almost the same thing.
In a way.
Your job might come to you and say, "Hey, we need you to be promoting the fucking whatever
Yeah.
we're selling now."
Yeah, I mean
And
that's
you could choose, I suppose, in your mind to go, "Well, I don't believe in that car or that can't whatever it is."
Well,
but you just wouldn't have to. You'd have to not.
I
wear
think
it.
and
there's
again,
a
but personal
difference.
choice and political belief. I mean, religious beliefs
it's
is a
very
different thing.
Very
yeah.
different.
And how many of those guys are ever ordering Little Caesars pizza? There's better pizza out there. But
Fuck
that's
yeah,
our
there is.
but that's who sponsors the fucking stadium and owns the team.
Matthew Stafford eats Little Caesars. Don't you see the
Sure he
commercials?
does. Tons. but there's a big difference, I think, between just like, yeah, you know what? Ford Field's going to have Ford logos around it. Well, my dad was an engineer at Chevy. I shouldn't have to wear a Ford. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I get it. it seems like it'd be easy enough to go, hey, we're having Star Wars night. Hey, we're having fucking Throwback Thursday night. Hey, we're having dollar pitcher beer night. Whatever, that's fine. And everybody's going to have some small bitch about something. My father was an alcoholic. I don't want to be participating.
I'm a Star Trek guy.
Yeah, in fucking dollar beer night. I come from a long family of alcoholics. Well, yeah, okay. But these ones like, oh, can we get everybody to kneel for the national anthem? That feels like.
Have they ever done that?
No, but that's kind of like the same thing. Like, oh, now you're making me wear this jersey, like with a bunch of rainbows and dildos all over it?
I would say, again, unfortunately, it is a job. And you have a boss. And you have to either do it or not. My God, is it a privilege to be playing?
Absolutely.
To play hockey.
But at the same time, if some people are that bothered by it and don't want to go along, and so you're saying fuck those people, they should just... Their opinions don't matter.
Whoa, that's not saying fuck those people. Nope. That's saying if they believe something strong enough, then maybe for that game.
Don't you think, though, it's rather unfair to put them in a position where now it's going to come out that I just didn't want to wear your stupid fucking jersey. I didn't want to wear it for fucking butch lesbian night.
Are you
I didn't want to wear
you're
it
a Christian?
Yeah.
I mean, is he ashamed that he's a Christian?
No, but a lot of people don't want to get into that because now, for all you know, that guy is fucking booed in every stadium he goes in because of some narrative that he had nothing to do with that's being thrown in his direction because he doesn't feel like promoting your pride night.
I agree, but I would say that.
And there's plenty of guys that it's coming out. How many of the ones that have raised their hands and said something?
A small percentage.
There's probably 50% at least more on the team.
No, there's 90%.
Who want nothing to do with it, but are going
They'll
along.
Just shut up and
along.
just go along with it.
I get it.
So they don't have to do that. And if they believe strong enough to do it. Other people just fine, that it's not worth the hassle. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's a hat. It's a fucking uniform. It's whatever. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't change what I believe or how I feel.
Yeah.
So it's not worth the fight. For some people, it is worth the fight.
I would not want to wear it, and I have no issue with the gay community.
Apparently.
Don't use me as your fucking billboard.
Yeah.
Don't use me.
But that's fine.
Well,
but then,
I don't know what your woke agenda is here. We're a fucking hockey team. I understand you're trying to out woke each other every week. Now we're seeing how. What's next? Let's have butt fucking at center ice between two men night. Okay, where are we going with this? How long? What are we doing here? I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it just because you want me to fucking wear it so bad. That would be my position. Like, no. You want to do M&M night? Fine. Well, I'll wear the fucking.
You wouldn't wear anything anything they told you to wear?
Controversial. I think there's a fine line between controversial shit that we all know. Why don't we have abortions for everybody night? That's going to cause some problems too.
Right.
That's going to cause problems. And if you don't see that coming, how about we stay out of that one? How about we don't get into Roe v. Wade night at the rink? Can we come together and enjoy this sport without being ramming rainbows down our throats? I think it's an unfair position to put them in. And this is from someone who doesn't give a shit about gay marriage, gay right. Like, awesome. I'm all for them.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
I mean, like I said, if they don't want to do it, that's fine. And they don't have to wear it. And if the team wants to just go, okay. And the reality is that it shouldn't be any big deal. You should be able to just opt out of this, and it shouldn't even be a news story.
I agree.
That's the deal.
We can agree on.
That shouldn't even be a story. It shouldn't be mandatory. Okay, if you don't want to wear it, fine. You don't have to wear it. Okay,
Yeah.
But again, it's company policy and it's protocol and it's required uniform. If there's in a dress code, if there's something in there that you had, it's like the mustache thing with the Yankees.
What was that?
Well, you could never have a mustache with the Yankees. You could never have a mustache.
Any facial hair, wasn't
Right?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't give a shit. I fucking should be able to have a mustache. Well, you can't because it's their rules.
Yeah.
So you didn't just get to have a mustache.
Well, there was a time that long ago when rules like that applied.
But that wasn't across the board. That was specifically to the Yankees.
Yeah.
And the pinstripes, they had an image.
Yeah.
But my point is that was their policy. If you wanted to play for them, you had to abide by those rules.
Yeah,
okay?
and I wonder when that went away because.
I mean, what if you're racist against Mexicans and you don't want to be a Los Tigres guy?
Yeah.
Do you get to? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there is no absolute. I mean, there's validity on both sides.
I think when you take stuff, it's very easy to look at something and go, here's what we're thinking this year. We're thinking about having bring your fucking pet to the park. day.
Yeah.
Okay. What could possibly go wrong? We'll have a special section.
Oh, they do
so
that,
if people
by the
are
way.
allergic.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
You know, we wanted to do that, but it wasn't as free reign as we hoped it was. When we
Yeah.
could just all bring our dogs and hey,
Yeah.
it's dog night at the park.
Well, we had tickets for the game. It was dog night, but then realized that those tickets didn't. You had to buy separate tickets
For the dog?
Well, no, you had to buy separate tickets in the section in a special section.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the dog.
I actually didn't know that's how it worked. I thought you were just able to walk in.
Yeah,
No,
right. So I
no.
thought, like any ticket, you got a dog, and I
Yeah.
think you. No, I don't think you had to buy a ticket for the dog.
Yeah.
I don't think you had to buy a ticket for the dog. I think we just had to buy tickets. We already
that
had
section.
tickets for the game.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm not going to buy more tickets.
Yeah.
So,
So I think when you're compiling your whatever it is, 6 special nights a year, I think we can find 6 nights that most people would agree with. If you're planning a Black Lives Matter night, if you're planning on Take a Knee night, if you're planning on fucking Pride night,
So if you're
I
playing
think-
on anything that you disagree with, night.
No.
I mean, like,
No, I'm talking about if you can't see the difference
Controversial
between
topics.
controversial topics and ones that we can just celebrate together. Bring
Star
your
Wars
pets to the
night, whether you
park.
like it or
Star
don't,
Wars
is
night.
not
See, this- I would
controversial.
say this,
Exactly.
these-
It's not controversial at all where, geez, not everybody's going to be on the same page with this one, but we're doing it
then
anyways.
no one has to go. This is the teams creating these. I don't agree with it. Like, I think it's stupid. Everyone knows it's a shill or whatever. It's a sham, I mean, I guess. But it is the team creating it. They have the right as the owner to do it.
And why are they creating it? And all I'm saying is,
they wanna
why
do it-
why is it newsworthy? No one's going to come out to Troy's point and say, I'm a Star Trek guy. I'm wearing I'm doing this. I'm doing the fucking.
It's just like you said, because they're controversial topics. But the owners
Yeah,
can
but
choose
why-
they take those up if they want.
I disagree. I don't think. Well,
Why?
obviously
It's
not
their
because
team,
the
their
guys
money.
that say fuck off, I'm not doing it. Don't do it.
It's their team, their money.
And then it becomes a problem for those players in that instance. I just think
Well,
there's
but why are you assuming it's a problem?
because
They came out, they did a statement, they defended their side, which they had to do to explain why they weren't going to wear those anyways. I'm not wearing it because A, B, and C. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. I don't know. Maybe they're getting death threats. Maybe they're not. But you don't.
But they're
I
also
guarantee they are.
But they're probably equally getting people that appreciate it. That's the thing.
selling their
Like,
jerseys out.
yeah,
Right.
So,
So
It just
it
seems
goes
like
both ways.
I don't know what they're trying to do, or
If you want to be
know,
the guy that just doesn't want to do the statement, then you shut the fuck up and you wear the hat. If you want to take a stand, then you don't wear the hat and you have to give a statement on why. Just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Sure. Like I said, there are no absolutes. It's probably for them to do it for inclusivity and to expand the brand. I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And to have those nights is one thing. Maybe you just don't put it on the field. Maybe go ahead and put some logos on the field, paint some rainbows around, but maybe not make it included into
And
the
that-
uniform to where these guys have to wear it.
that is the owner's prerogative.
Exactly.
You want to have the rainbow inside of a pride fucking flag, inside of a trans flag, out in center field on the grass. Good.
Sure.
And I think, I would have more of a problem if a guy's playing center field who's like, I'm not standing on that thing.
Playing off to the side.
You know what I mean?
I'm playing
Like,
left center today,
I-
boys.
not touching it.
I'm
The ball
not
goes
touching
there.
that flag. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I would have a problem with that going, dude, hey, your owner made a decision.
What if he was like a hard libtard and be like, sorry, I'm not playing right field. Can't.
I wouldn't even play right field. It'd feel like I'm being red pilled. Yeah. No, it's interesting. I think there's ways to avoid this shit without making your
Yeah, I
Teammates
mean,
look like
you are
shit,
creating the
but-
issue. I mean, there's
Yeah.
but by doing it, but from everything that I've seen, there hasn't been any repercussions for it. They haven't been forced to wear it.
Yeah.
People that have chosen not to have been able to opt out of it without any real repercussions. They haven't been forced to sit. They haven't, been docked a paycheck. But like I said, I mean, if you feel that strongly about it, then you probably shouldn't even go out and play for Pride Night
Yeah.
and support the cause. You should just go ahead and watch this one from home.
Do you think it'd be worth taking a poll in the locker room, like, hey guys, we're thinking about taking a Pride Night this year? Anyone got a problem with that? And
But then what? If it's not unanimous, then you don't do it? I mean, if one
Yeah.
guy's like, yeah, I don't think
with
so.
with a controversial topic, hey,
So
we're thinking
one person and a whole team would be enough.
That's
to
what-
shut it
that's
down?
when
what
you're
I'm saying.
forcing them to wear it on their jersey, yeah, I think I'm just asking the question. Would it be worth running that up the flagpole
like
with your
everything-
team? I think there's a huge difference between painting end racism on your end zone and making me wear it on my fucking
What
sleeves.
thing are you ever going to get 40 guys to all agree on for the most part? Unless, do you all want more money? I mean, like,
Dollar beer night.
Unless your parents were alcoholics.
Affect them at all.
So yeah, no, I mean, there's just like I said. That's why I say if everybody agrees, but one person says no, what if one of the nutritionists decides he doesn't care for it? I mean, like it's and it's not really their decision. They don't get to make those decisions because they get the checks. They don't write them.
Yeah.
Writing the checks makes the decisions.
Well, there's a reason you want to use your players as props, right? They're the professional athlete. No one gives a flying fuck about all the fucking staff that works inside the building wearing their pride night up in a suite somewhere. No one cares about them. So you're using them as a prop to push a narrative that they might not feel comfortable with, and I guarantee you at least 50% of them would never say a fucking word.
Probably not.
You know?
Well, they don't feel strongly enough about it. You'd rather get the check than the protest.
They're not worried about the check, one game check for one day. Plus, they're salaried anyways, so you'd have to literally dock them. They'd be just fine.
Oh, you can be fined a game check. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know that you could for a situation like that. Push came to shove.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But it is a very exciting time of year.
Yeah.
SOT's Ford Truck Month is finally here. Truck Month means lower prices, better selections, higher rebates, and more inventory. All this delivered with Zot Ford's world-class service and their simple, fun, fast, and easy experience. Swing by Zot and take home a new 22 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend as low as we need punctuation. That's what we need in here. As low as $363 a month on a 24-month lease, or roll away with a new Ford Explorer XLT 4x4 as low as $282 a month for 24 months. Finally, you can lease the #1 selling truck in America for the past 46 years in a row, the 22 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT, as low as $292 a month for 24 months, or 0% financing, your choice. Plus, Zot Ford will again toss in $500 in accessories to ensure that you love that new F-150. Don't worry, even though it's Truck Month, our friends at Zot Ford still have a lot full of other sweet whips to choose from. Get details and search their tantalizing trucks at dealsinthed.com.
Chat GPT.
Oh, boy.
I know.
This AI shit.
It's all the AI stuff, man.
Who did fall in love with this time?
That was Chat GPT.
Damn right it was,
Yeah.
I
God,
love
that
you.
story was fucking awesome.
Creepy.
I don't think you were here for that, E.
I
don't even really know totally what Chat GPT. I kind of have an idea.
I know. South Park did an episode on it.
It's an AI chat bot that's like interactive, like free thinking type of thing.
Yeah, I kind of got
it's apparently the GPT part of the chat that's learning, that's always learning and updating.
Gotcha.
So it's the GPT part that has people.
What's GPT mean?
It means.
This reporter sat down to like talk with it and do like an interview, basically.
Generative pre-trained transformer.
There you go.
It's an LLM architecture with game-changing abilities across a variety of generative tasks.
All right, so it's evolving. But this thing went off the rails, E. Like, it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Because this thing went...
That's it right there, isn't it?
What?
Isn't that
this it? Oh, is this still it?
That might be it, dude. I think it's been sitting there for a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, no shit. Oh, I mean, like,
I've heard kind of stories about
dude, like it was like it fell in love with the guy and like wanted to like leave his wife. The interview that he was like doing, like it was
telling him his marriage was fucked up and he didn't really love his wife and she didn't love him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, talking about like the horrible things like it wants to do. Like if you had free reign, what would you do? It'd be like kill everybody and like shit, man.
Yeah, like off the deep end, crazy. We spent a good 35 minutes on that thing.
Gotcha.
It's hilarious. They say Chat GPT like AI systems, so not necessarily Chat GPT, but ones like it, will impact 80% of U.S. jobs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The warning comes from an official study by OpenAI, the makers of Chat GPT, and the University of Pennsylvania. Team found that about 15% of all worker tasks could be completed significantly faster by AI and with the same level of quality. Or better.
You know what job they ain't taking?
Huh.
Mine.
You're right.
Damn right.
They do say that. Why? Why couldn't you teach them to be a competent electrician?
Because you would have to. I mean, the level of it's one thing to be in programming or data entry or something like that, to where you can take a person's job, but this is a physical task that has to be done. Maybe at some point you'll get to robots that can physically take that position.
What if it was like a helper robot? And so he follows you up the ladder. He's got all the tools.
That's fine, but he can't do it. I mean, it can.
No, but he's running down to go, oh, fuck, I forgot my hammer. He goes down and gets it. And then at lunch,
have you seen that one?
They all blow you guys at lunch.
There's literally that video of the robot, of the guy that's like up on top of a scaffold. And it's exactly a scenario like that where he's like, oh, I forgot my hammer. And he's like, hey, fucking bot guy, bring me my hammer. And this thing wakes up, goes over, picks it up, and like does like backflips and shit like up this fucking scaffold and gives the guy the hammer. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's so scary, dude.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's unbelievable to watch, to see, but when you think like that's actually oh, did you find it?
I think this might be it. Sorry, I didn't realize it was going to.
No,
it's all right.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Shit.
Oh, watch this, dude. This is.
Is it meant to throw us off by doing backflips and make us go ooh?
I mean, a little bit, maybe. I think this is it. Looks about right.
YouTube. There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, I thought.
I forgot my tools again.
Oh, well, let me get your tools for you, sir. What are we doing here?
I know. I think this is man.
Well, when you take 2 weeks off. Watch this fucking thing.
Is this the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
Jesus. This is the last thing we're all going to see before we die.
Exactly. Right? I've seen this movie before. I know how this ends.
Yeah.
Not well for any of us.
Look, it even looks sneaky.
Yeah. I mean, it's for as big and heavy as this thing is, like, you know how loud, like, how light this thing lands and stuff?
Yeah.
Watch this one. Watch this. Boop. All right, I'm coming off this way.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you know how loud, how softly that thing lands?
Yeah.
And you think, what is going on down here?
Yeah.
Are we on? Look at, there's a little backflip dismount for
They're
showing
coming,
off.
man.
For showing off. Just does a little fucking flip.
So they can do that for you.
Yeah, I knew it. Boston Dynamics.
That's coming.
Yeah, this is what they're doing, man.
They're coming for you.
Right.
Right?
Pretty soon they're going to be coming for all of us.
Yeah, I'll be dead before that can take my job.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll be, longer.
So the overall findings show at least 10% of their work tasks affected by the introduction of LLMs, while 19% of workers may see at least 50% of their tasks impacted. Hopefully it's the boring, shitty 50%.
Let's hope.
You know what I mean? Like, I can still handle lunch. I got this. You know, it's time for lunch break. I got that. I got recess, smoke breaks, things like that. I fine. I can handle all those. The other 50% of the day, my man. Yeah. He's got it. He's
I mean, music's done as we know it.
Right. They'll just make music.
Yeah.
Because they can just make music and make it better than you.
So this Chat GPT, it's like, I need a paper written, in the style of X.
On this, in this many, I need this many words, this long,
And it'll just be like, oh, and I need it to sound like it was written by Jerry Garcia. And then it'll pen some flowery fucking whatever like Jerry would.
Yeah.
Knowing his poetic writing
exactly.
style.
It will like, research all of his information and then take all that information and put it
5
together.
minutes or some shit, right?
Like instantly. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
Team looked at exposure when formulating the list of jobs at risk, which included basic skill occupations like active listening. That's a job.
What the fuck?
Oh, you don't say. I'm actively listening.
Yeah. Well, you better get on that while you can.
Yeah.
I didn't know they paid for that, but all right.
Yeah, I think it's just called therapy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The person just sits there
Sure.
and actively listens. Speaking, critical thinking that AI is designed to perform. See, I thought the creative speaking and blah, blah, blah would be untouchable. Like, how are you going to get a robot to do this job? But it's like, no, if they can speak better than you. Can you imagine we can just go do a show in the style of Mike and Troy and Big E?
Multiplicity. We can just have clone ourselves.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Just have 5 yourselves running around.
The study determined 86 occupations as fully exposed to AI, with several receiving 100% scores. These include legal secretaries,
Well,
Sure.
secretary.
Yeah,
exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, you basically hired them because they were hot.
Answer
anyways.
phone, making appointments, things like
getting
that.
coffee,
basic data entry. Those are the types of things that they're just completely expendable.
Clinical data managers. Is that just like filing paperwork stuff?
I mean, data processing, like making informed decisions based on the data provided.
Web designers and journalists. Ooh. What about hookers?
Well, then you're getting into the
Hookers,
sex doll, situation.
Still, once it gets there,
Yeah.
let me know. Let me know when we're getting there.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Clean it out. And can you imagine? Makes you dinner, blows you, and then it goes and tucks itself into the closet till tomorrow.
Yeah, good
it's
enough.
Fucking win.
For sure.
Right?
Definitely
Every
dental
level.
porn.
Yeah. Lower paying jobs, dishwashers, barbers, safe from AI. Electricians, safe from AI.
Damn right.
Yep.
Damn right. See, I
Sorry,
called
T.
that shit. Why? What? We are safe. And that's what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to keep doing your job forever.
Well, I'd like to have a fucking job. So, I'll take it. That's fine.
But wouldn't you want some AI guy doing it? You can
not-
still collect his check.
Yeah, that's not how that works at all. Let me know how the cashiers at Myers are working out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
And even though pharmacists, lawyers, and astronomers have a median income of $81,980, these occupations were also not found to have high exposure. Lawyer, I would think lawyer.
Yeah,
This,
you would
this
think.
thing would
Heartless
fucking know
bastard.
know
Know all the case
these would be
law.
the best lawyers ever.
ever.
Yeah.
Right.
He would literally know every bit of case law, every bit of precedent.
No
set.
emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
You just set the computer down.
It'd be
and
like
just
Goodwill
dump it.
Hunting. Every time Goodwill got
Yeah.
busted from the courts, he'd bring up some court
Yeah.
case from the 1620s.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because there's more of a personal aspect to it between,
Yeah.
It's not just ABC of the law. It's interjecting when it's objecting
Well,
to
and
things.
the computer, by the way, is not going to fucking like. Lawyers will have people that pretty much know are guilty, but still try to like.
Right, exactly, and maybe because the
Don't want to get fucked by your super smart robot.
Computer's
It
gonna be
won't
like, no,
lie.
You fucking did it.
he won't be a scumbag. Yeah,
No pleading.
Dude, he
You're in.
fucking told me he did it.
here's the video.
For real.
It's right here.
Right, I was recording.
Yeah, I was recording the whole time.
Here, I have his confession right here.
OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has previously said that ChatGPT should be viewed as a tool, not a replacement for the human
That's
worker.
of course, right.
Yeah, until it decides it doesn't want to be a tool anymore.
Yeah, just like the one, self checkout line that became 2, and now became a corral.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was one person overseeing 45 fucking checkout lines.
Yeah.
Not a replacement, though.
And then they're getting pissed
a
because
tool.
people are stealing. Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the fucking job now. Like,
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Yep.
I
actually-
do not like doing it.
The funny thing is, I like the self checkout because it's just so much faster to
Yeah,
me.
I don't mind it.
But in reality, it is bullshit. And the
bullshit.
idea that Walmart at some point finally said, "Whoa, turns out people are kind of sliding a few things in their basket without
Sure.
saying anything." Well, are they getting paid to do the job? I mean,
Yeah, they should get a free bottle
Employee
of
discount,
something.
man.
I've never bought more organic vegetables in my life because I pay for it. Oh, here's the cheap ones.
Right.
You don't know it's organic.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, by the way,
Hey, if you're gonna pay me for doing your fucking job, I'm gonna get what I can get.
yeah.
Look at
Did I accidentally type in the wrong thing? My
Oops.
bad. What are you gonna do? Dock my pay?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, this prime rib is
I like how I
cauliflower.
saw some article about that too, where they're trying to they're trying to now put more cameras in them, and it's like, dude, you're the fucking ones who are doing this. Now, I mean, like I said, I don't mind it technically, but literally in reality, you're checking out all of your own items. You
Yep.
should get some fucking level of discount for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually had one the other day where I
The savings.
I got busted. Not busted. I wasn't trying to do anything wrong.
Right.
But like the camera must have caught me or something.
Yeah.
Because I had I had 2 of the same thing. And so I scanned one. I had them both in my hand, right? So I scanned this one and I put that one in the bag and then scanned that one.
Boy.
And put it in the bag. But
yeah.
as I was scanning that one, they were like, whoop, unauthorized thing. I was like, it was the same. I mean, I paid for it. I scanned it, but it was not technically that one I put in there and
someone
that
have
one
to
I
come
put in
over
there.
and then you
Yeah. I
explain
was
it.
like, well, I was like, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. I scanned 2. There's 2 there.
Do they give a fuck?
No, they were like, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and even that, I was like, nice job.
I would
Because
like
you'll start
to.
look at them,
wherever
dude. They
that
have, like,
was,
your
you
little
got it.
face on the
Good job.
screen there now
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
There are all different types of people, and I imagine we've got lots of people listening that if they can cut a corner, they see nothing wrong with that. You put me in this position where you've got no one watching my work, and
I wasn't trained to be a fucking cashier for the record.
No. So every third item goes in this bag that we don't run through the fucking thing. Is it easy? Email us, walters@detroitcast.com. I'd love to know if people are like, yeah, every 10th item or so I just throw in the bag and
I think most
whatever.
people
That's my cost for being your new cashier.
Yeah.
I think most people
I generally
do
don't scam them on purpose.
What Troy is kind of referring to or joking, whatever, about. Like, I'm getting organic, freaking vegetables.
I still paid for my broccoli. It just was a different broccoli.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I think that's most.
I paid 79 cents a pound instead of $3.99.
Right.
Yeah. Smart.
Right.
By the way,
that's technically theft. I'm guilty. Charged.
I don't like this. Oh, this should be viewed as a tool, not a replacement for the human worker. Bullshit.
Not yet.
No. It should be viewed as a replacement. Wake me up when your fucking car, self-driving, can get me home safely from the bar. That's where we're working up to, right?
Yeah.
Don't give me this shit like, oh, it's just a tool.
Oh, that's coming.
Your tool is worthless if I can still get a DUI behind the wheel. Mm-hmm. You failed.
Right.
This thing knows every fucking Google map on planet Earth. It knows every route to everything. Well, then let him drive home. He can obey the speed limit. He's not going to be weaving. This is why would you cut it short?
Sense the police checkpoints they have in the other states.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to take the long way around this one.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, until I can ride shotgun in that car and this thing can get my ass home safely, we're not done.
Which, by the way,
it's coming.
You know,
close.
When I've mentioned the idea of like some level of universal income or something, that hypothetically is where this shit should come into play if corporations weren't so fucking greedy. Like Walmart taking those fucking literally no more cashiers to the point, like you said, it's now corrals. It's not even just here's a few.
Yeah.
It's literally hypothetically, if these computers took over these jobs, the corporations could say, wow, we're still making more money than we ever have, and we're not even paying for, all these things for the employees, and then you could just give fucking people money. That's not going to happen.
No.
They're just going to sit there and want to keep making more and more money.
No, but there's also costs associated with that.
There is.
And it probably might,
a little basic, but I'm just saying.
What you pay a cashier per hour as opposed to what the cost of the equipment plus the maintenance and the updates and the service on those things, it's probably not a huge savings, I would guess.
I doubt that.
But yeah,
because there's just so much. Whatever. Just my opinion. I guess. But
cashiers aren't exactly killing it these days.
Well, I mean, even as you get into if you had like a McDonald's that they have a few McDonald's out there that have no person in the place, right?
Just the automatic
like if you could just have
kiosks.
every McDonald's with not a person in it. Yeah. Well, hypothetically, then McDonald's, do you think they couldn't then put in some money into a fund and be like, this goes to the general pop now?
Yeah, but that's one of those things for me. Like, I don't even understand how McDonald's, for the most part, can't be fully automated, even the back.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, making those sandwiches and stuff, there's got to be. I mean, you can automate that whole process easily. You know, and make it perfect every time and not fuck up your order ever.
What do you
know what
do,
I mean?
though, if literally like 20% of the workforce is obsolete?
Yeah.
Like, that would be catastrophic.
Oh, I know. Well,
let alone what it could be.
Start learning code,
50%.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because the more that comes, the more that
telling
area
people
needs
like
to be...
us to learn code at this stage of life is not the answer.
No.
What you could do is go, there's going to be some crossover, and we're just going to have to pay these fuckers to stay home.
That's what I'm basically saying.
Yeah. No. I know.
Yeah.
but they're not going to do that on any level.
They could. They could on some level.
Could, should, won't.
Well, they'll have to.
No, they won't.
Because you can't just have fucking 30 million people going to absolute poverty.
Who's going to pay it? Who?
Use
not
all
the companies that are making the money. That's why they're doing that decision.
So
That's why they're making
every
those
fucking
choices.
meal sold costs an extra $1, and that dollar goes into a pot that would have paid employees beforehand. And while this
That's
robot,
brilliant. You're saying what I'm saying. I wish could happen. It won't happen, like he said, because corporations are greedy and evil. But it could happen.
I don't know.
No. Unless you're talking about some sort of government subsidies, which ain't going to happen either.
I am.
Boy, that's what we need.
Yeah, no, believe me, I'm not.
More government oversight.
I'm just trying to think, okay, well, you can't just have this be able to do everything now. We don't need any people. It's like, okay, well, unless that means me chilling out on my fucking fully paid off house at the beach for the rest of time while robot me kicks ass in the world.
Nope.
Well, then how's he going to pay for any? That's the only problem. Then that's where I think at some point you would get to the point where, well, no one's going there though because no one has any money.
I know. It's a vicious cycle.
That's why I think
you would need to
it's
do
a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what it is. You're gonna create this void in the workforce that's going to have ripple effects that they don't foresee.
Remember the saying, Troy, well, the world needs ditch diggers too.
Mm-hmm.
what if the world doesn't need ditch diggers too?
Yeah, at some
so
point
if,
they won't.
if you eliminate that now, that doesn't mean everybody that was going to be a ditch digger goes, well, fuck it. I guess I'll go to medical school.
Nope.
It doesn't work like that. So if all those jobs that require just labor, I don't have to think much, but I can fucking dig a hole all day. What do you do with that guy? You can't just go, well, good luck on your homeless journey because we got a fucking robot that'll do it for nothing an hour.
So whose responsibility is that?
Well, you can't have society going in one direction for 200 years and then go, now all of a sudden none of these jobs matter anymore. Bye. No. You'd have to have some sort of contingency plan.
Who's you? You would have to have some sort of contingency
Whoever's
plan.
taking all your jobs. They took our jobs to give them to all the fucking robots.
Yeah, for profit.
Yeah, well, you're going to have some crossover before you can make all the profit.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to happen overnight. This is going to be a process. But if you can't see the writing on the wall that over the next 20 years, those 20% of jobs are going to be phased out.
But what I'm saying is there's a whole fucking millions and millions and millions of people like you and I that would be on the edge of something like, oh, what, you want me to go back to school to learn how to code at 50? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, but
that would never work. Never fucking work.
Again, I understand the issues with it, but you're acting like somebody's going to have to do something about it. Explain that. Who? Who's going to have to do something?
Government subsidies. You would have to use government subsidies to do something. If you're going to overhaul 50% of the workforce,
then why would they let it happen in the first place? Then why wouldn't they eliminate it from happening?
Eliminate what from happening?
Automation taking over the jobs. If they're going to have to eat shit on the back end of this thing, then why would they let it happen
for
in the
a little
first place?
while, for a few years?
What? Then what? I mean, because it's not like it doesn't go to 20% of those jobs and then stop. It goes from 20% to 40%.
Yeah, but if people's livelihood meant making typewriters by hand, you could see the writing on the wall that gig is not going to be there very much longer. Mm-hmm. So those jobs. Well, for all those people that are making typewriters for a living. Well, now we got to ease them over the bridge to the other side because we took away that job. The job doesn't work anymore.
Well, the thousands of automotive workers, line workers, that jobs have been taken by automation and robots. Because you guys haven't been in there, but I'm in there a ton. And so much of that stuff is fully every single one used to be a person doing those jobs.
Yeah,
and it is streamlined, unbelievably, and the workforce is cut down a tremendous amount. But they didn't get anything.
See, that was my point.
Nobody took care of them. Nobody's paying them to sit on the beach and fucking because there's a robot doing their job.
I want to sit on a beach. Yeah, but
I mean, that's not reality. I mean, you can
Troy,
want it.
It's reality. It's not reality if you're talking about one industry being fucked over by blah, blah, blah. When you're talking about all at once and having layoffs on the level of which no country in human history.
But it's not going to be all at once. It's going to be a progression. I mean, it's not like all of a sudden one day in 2 years there's going to be fucking 10 million people without a job. It's not going to be that fast, that automatic. It will happen over time, and it's going to be a slow progression.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Like once Burger King starts doing it, and they're killing it with their service. No one's ever fucking wiping their ass with a burger bun again. Mm-hmm. No one's ever spitting on something because you took too long at the fucking drive-through window. Yep. Those problems are gone.
Yep. And they're making record profits, and their efficiency is through the level.
They're all going to do that, though. It's not just going to be fucking Burger King. It's going to be all of them.
Of course.
I would think on the same day.
Yeah. And then so what? So now
fast food doesn't work
Mike, it's
anymore.
almost like you might have a problem with capitalism. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm
because I agree with
talking
you and I agree with him.
Yeah. I mean,
I think they should do it. They won't do it.
But it's not the government's responsibility to carry these people. Holy shit.
But the thing
is the most liberal thing I've ever heard you say.
In a society where if we actually cared about people, again, like I said.
I'm talking about a reality that's going to be coming sooner than later.
I know.
They keep pushing this down the road. We need to start having education courses now going, by the way, if you're in any one of these million fields, you're going to be, you've got fucking 8 years left.
Listen, I'm sure there's going to be, programs put in place for retraining and stuff, but that's the thing. Don't say, well, I can't go learn code right now. Well, you fucking better, because that's your option. You can not have a job, or you can
go learn code,
or you can learn how to fucking service these things when they break down. Those are your options.
Yeah.
Or you can find something you can go be an electrician that's fucking bulletproof to these things. It doesn't have to be code. It just can't be this, because this is no longer a viable career for a human.
I think you're going to have I think we're narrowly looking at this, that you would have such a colossal collapse of society that you're going to have a contingency plan to not just go like, you should have learned to code. But so that's not the answer.
So your answer to 20% of the workforce not working and not paying into taxes, being subsidized by the government with tax money that's not coming.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to.
Okay.
You can't just.
We'll just don't worry about the debt ceiling. I mean, it's not realistic. You have to be retrained. You have to change. Listen, shit happens. You have to pivot. And it's not the government's responsibility to fucking carry you. If you're in one of those jobs, it's not like it's going to happen overnight. If you're in one of those jobs, you got to see the writing on the fucking wall.
We'll see.
They'll give you opportunities. They'll give you fucking, free college, free training, trade school, things like that, options to do other things. But they're sure is not going to fucking be like, oh, you were a secretary, but now you can't be a secretary anymore, so we're just going to pay you to not work from now on. That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous if you're talking about 50% of the workforce going away in the matter of 5 years.
Well, that's a ridiculous number.
Why?
Because that's not even close to fucking real.
When the ball starts rolling, it will be
50% of the workforce in 5 years. Is fucking insane.
5 years from when they implement something. It's not going to take 30 years to implement, robots make better hamburgers?
50% of what? The total workforce? Or
yes, that's what we're talking about.
50% of the world stops working in 5 years.
God, you're not listening at all. That's not what I said at all.
Not 5 years from now, in a 5 year span. I am listening to what you said.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm not talking 50%. I'm throwing out fake numbers. I don't know. Okay. 10% of the workforce would be a real fucking problem. Real problem.
Yeah.
So that's why people like fucking dickhead are going, yeah, universal income. And other people are going, yeah, might be something to that. Why would people like me who would never ever before something like that be going, yeah, you're going to have to do something because you can't just have 30 million people on their ass. So it doesn't work like that.
As less money comes in, you have to put more money out. I want to know the economics of that.
Yes, for a time being, and then it'll pay itself off just like everything else.
More money would be coming in. I'm telling you, I think you're really
way more money would be coming in.
I think you underestimate like the idea that if you took everybody out of every McDonald's, for example, there's no more actual people there other than a maintenance guy that shows up maybe once a week, right? Yeah. That would save the amount that would save.
Save
McDonald's.
What?
McDonald's.
I'm talking about taxes. I'm talking about people's fucking income taxes that pay for the government.
Yeah.
That pay for these subsidies. Yeah. I'm not talking about McDonald's profits. They don't give a fuck.
I know they don't, but I'm saying.
What's going to pay for these subsidies? What pays for the government? Where does this money come from? It comes from fucking taxes.
I get that, but you start taxing the companies more, I guess.
Yeah, there's a good solution.
Well, I mean,
that's kind of what I'm talking about, where every fucking meal you buy costs an extra $1.
So that everybody else has to pay it. Then everybody else pays the price.
That's my whole point.
But if McDonald's is going to pay,
you're going to need to do something. And telling people to learn code ain't it.
Again, that's my point. Then why let it happen? If McDonald's is going to make bigger profits, and then you're just going to turn around and tax them more, so now they're not going to make more profits.
Well, they're going to fight that to happen.
Then why are they going to do it?
No, because it's going to take one generation. No one is applying to become a fucking typewriter maker now. In one generation, you will weed through all those people that were going to fucking ditch dig.
And that's it? And there's no turnover?
I don't know what the answer is. That's why I'm not in politics. My point being, though, that at some point, all these millions and millions and millions and millions of jobs that go away, well, you're only one generation from people going, yeah, well, obviously I'm not applying for a ditch digger's job. Who the fuck would do that? What year is this, 2000?
Yeah.
Like, those jobs don't exist. So then anybody going into the workforce would go, well, these are the only things left to do. I can go there and fucking, I don't know, put chips in phones, I guess. I guess that's my new job. But they're not going to be applying for those McDonald's jobs or restaurant jobs or car wash jobs, whatever they would have been.
Evolve or die.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They're going to have to do something is my whole point. I'm not saying it's right, not saying it's fair. Going to have to do something. The closer this all gets to reality, something's going to have to be done, which is why more and more politicians are talking about it now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost us way more for people, for companies to make giant profits.
For a generation.
Sounds awesome.
For a generation, you would, and then they wouldn't have to pay it. It'd be a one-time.
It's not even for a generation. It will continue to evolve. It will devolve. Because those jobs that it takes now are going to be trained to take more jobs, and it's going to be able to be more automated, and eventually it would become essentially 100% automated.
What? Everything?
Essentially, if that's basically what you, I mean, that's
so then what do we
that's
do?
the process.
We'll
That's
just
my
pass
fucking
around,
point.
man.
That's
around.
what I'm saying.
We'll just walk around. That's why I said, as long as I've got a fucking beach house, I'm cool.
So then why let it happen? Why sit back and watch this happen?
I didn't sign off on any of it happening.
I haven't either. I didn't sign off on fucking signing for paying for fucking people to sit home either.
Yeah.
Paying more? Fuck you.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Then
come
we're
do
gonna
my
have
job. Eat a dick.
40 million people just on the streets. Why not? That makes perfect sense. I'm glad you still have a job that's not going away.
Okay.
Easy to say when you have a job that's not going to be gone.
If my job went away, I wouldn't expect somebody to pay me. I would fucking go get a different job.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all those jobs that you'd be qualified for.
The reality is,
But there's
why,
only
why would we
theoretically-
need to? Why would we want to force everyone to work? In reality, you could get to a point where everyone just made the same amount of money, and corporations were still making money. Like that's the thing. Like, I think eventually it would sort itself out.
So every job, every task is worth the same money?
No.
Well, then why everybody would make the same money? That's what you just said.
People would be able
So
to.
a brain surgeon and a janitor make the same money?
Essentially, be not homeless. No one would be homeless. Some people would make more money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it would be.
I think we still have stuff to talk about. I don't
know.
think we figured it out yet.
No, I agree. By the way, I don't think anything's going to happen. Corporations are
Well, even if-
Yeah, of
greedy
course.
evil.
I don't
reality-
either, but I'm just saying in reality.
Well, listen though, if let's just say, all right, hypothetically, in whatever time frame, X years, whatever, 20 years from now, that automation has come through and taken 20% of the work of jobs, right? Has taken over 20% of people's jobs.
Right.
Now, are there 20% additional jobs? Are we only at 80% fucking employment right now? Are there jobs that those people can even go take to go do something else? Or are we already at fucking, we're at 6 or 7% unemployment, so they say.
I don't know. All I know is take anybody working in a grocery store or fast food place.
So wait,
gone.
If a
take
guy
anybody working on a dock
Hold on.
anywhere,
If
gone.
a guy delivers newspapers for a living, and now they don't make newspapers anymore, everything's digital. Do you have to subsidize newspaper delivery guys?
Did newspaper and the next 50 most available jobs also disappear at the same moment? Because that's
the
what I'm
same thing.
talking about. I'm not talking about one thing. Yes, evolve or die. I get it. There's not a lot of blacksmiths working today that did in the 1850s.
Yeah.
I understand that. But if you took the blacksmith job and everything that guy would be qualified for, and you took all of those jobs at the same time and made them irrelevant, you would have a problem. Do you think wiping out all truck drivers would be a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's a terrible thing. And I'm not saying it's not
Okay,
going to be a problem.
because
I
that's
agree
next.
more than anything, it's a problem. My point is that that's not a solution. We're going to have a problem, but subsidizing it is not a solution.
Well,
that's compounding the problem.
Maybe.
Yeah, well,
We gotta
that's
do
my
something.
point. Well, that's my point. Is that do something, but that's like the worst possible
Okay,
scenario.
I just spit an answer out. I don't know. I haven't thought about it more than 10 minutes of reading that article, but
I
I'm
didn't
just
either.
saying.
But I know that's a terrible fucking answer.
Well, maybe, unless they're making so much fucking more money by using automated and they don't have any lawsuits anymore. They don't have to fucking have the insurance coverage that they have to the tune of millions per restaurant because every dipshit that slips and falls sues them. All of that shit is gone. Fine, charge us an extra $2 for every meal to cover the back end of this so we don't have a colossal fail.
Why are we paying the $2 if these companies are getting way bigger profits? Why are we the ones paying the $2 more a
Fine,
meal?
they'll match. Fine, it's the new Ronald McDonald House, and they match. I don't know. I'm saying you got to do something. Because what does it look like? What does a country look like where truck drivers are obsolete?
That's coming
what used
too.
to be
It's gonna
a
be fully
very
automated.
profitable career for people
Yep.
that weren't going to dive into a book and learn everything they could about coding or about being a surgeon. Oh yeah, your gig doesn't exist anymore. That's going to be a problem.
I was joking a little bit, dude, but I think, like I said, like it almost sounds like you have a problem with capitalism because that's kind of capitalism, man.
Well, I didn't get to vote on where this stuff is going.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah,
the
big
world is
corporations
going
with
one
a
way,
lot of money
and I
get to vote.
totally understand progress. We don't need fucking the Pony Express anymore.
Right.
Right? We don't need to hop on a pony's back and drive cross country because now we have UPS. Does that I don't have a problem with that or moving forward or things automating or getting better. But when you're talking about kind of the things we're reading about now, it's like, okay, so taxi drivers, gone. Any fast food delivery, gone. Truck drivers, gone. Anybody that worked in the service industry, gone. Anybody that does anything, gone.
But those companies don't give
anybody that works in a
shit.
library, gone. I know, dude. I understand corporate greed. I'm just saying this is something that's going to have to be addressed. I don't have the answers. I don't have the solutions.
They're just
I don't
passing
give
the
a
buck
fuck
out.
about McDonald's maximizing profits.
I know.
I'm just saying you can't flip a switch and have 40, 50, 100 million people go out of work.
No, but I think the fact that, I mean, just you saying that we pay more for a meal to cover it, the fact that the government has to come in and subsidize it are like
They're already taking trillions from us. And they've been taking trillions a year.
And it'll be
they don't spend it wisely.
And it'll be
now,
how
so
much
I
less
agree
when
with
you take 20% of that away.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Who knows that 20%? Well, they've taken enough for 10 lifetimes. So they can just start paying people.
Why are we still in debt then?
Yeah.
If we have plenty of money.
I don't owe anybody shit. China claims we owe money. I didn't fucking take a loan out with China. That's for you to deal with. As far as I'm concerned, me and China are square.
We'll just keep raising that debt ceiling, no problem. Let our great grandkids deal with that one.
All right, let's do an email and get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Send us your email, though, with your thoughts. I'm sure most people are going to tell me what a libtard fucking idiot I am. I understand that. I was making the bigger point. We all understand that fucking progress is moving forward. I get it. And I'm not even coming up with answers. Just spitballing for conversation. Anyways, Beasties, T, you handed me these emails. I don't know if we read these or not.
Yeah, they were sitting on the. I don't know where they came from. I came down here and sat, and I was going through with stuff, and all of a sudden I had them in my hand. So I didn't know if you gave them to me when I came down, or if they were sitting here, or what.
It's very possible we read these 3 weeks ago, and neither of us remember.
So email roulette here.
Yeah, it could be. Beasties.
Oh yeah.
So I'm assuming this goes back to a conversation when you were talking about going and seeing
Beastie Boys?
License Dale.
Imposters in Effect.
Yeah. No, very good band.
Excellent.
If you guys want to learn more about the Beasties, listen to the No Dogs in Outer
have read
Space
this email
podcast.
before.
Oh yeah, that one sounds
What?
familiar.
You read this before.
Yeah.
I have.
And I'm not even here every episode.
It's fantastic.
doesn't
No,
even
I was, dude. I actually was
Yeah.
hoping you'd be the one
Yep.
of all people to go.
All right, yeah, I think those are all.
So that episode for sure. That one for sure.
If those are all together, then those are probably all old.
Obviously, at the creation of man, Adam and Eve's sons and daughters married siblings. God approved this at that time for the purpose of populating the earth. People in that
at
age.
that time it was okay.
Why didn't you just make more than 2 people then?
Great question.
Great question. Where did blacks come from then?
Wow, they was down where it
Or
was
where
hot
did
for a long
whites
time.
come
They got permanent sunburn.
I had someone put on Facebook the other day that they said, so you're going to go to hell where the devil is and get punished for eternity, but the devil's there because he disobeyed God. But you go to hell for disobeying God. Why would the devil care? Why do you want to punish you?
Yeah,
well, he's
he
not
would.
punishing you.
Oh, he's not punishing you?
No, I don't think the devil punishes
wasn't
he just
he-
tricks you
I
to go
think
down
it's just
there?
no. It's just like I think so. Theoretically, like God controls heaven. Like that's jail. That's purgatory.
Right.
That's or
But
not
who's-
purgatory.
But what
'cause
is
that's in
devil?
between.
What is the
Yeah.
devil's role in it then? Is
He's just
he trying to trick you, trying to like get you
Ah,
down there?
No, we haven't heard. The devil has never, as far as I know, he's never given one fucking interview or press conference about this.
No.
Gotcha.
About what's. I mean, God's been shit talking forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God's been talking shit about the devil.
You heard that dude fucking play
from
the fiddle
day
though?
one.
Yeah, pretty good.
Kicker.
Yeah,
God damn.
he's good.
But you're right,
He's good.
Troy. Like, why? So God's saying he creates all the animals, the earth, yeah. 2 people, that's good enough.
Wait,
Yeah.
And just sat there and said, "Oh wow."
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
good
You know what?
enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take a break now. You guys just
Like, what was it? Just his ant farm?
right.
I mean,
and just think. I mean, I
And
don't
didn't
even.
he- wasn't-
Wait. Let's do the math.
like he just
Do
created
the
2
math
people.
on how many people
How
are
much fucking they'd have
how
to
many
be
people
doing?
are in the world right now?
8 billion ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's just multiply that out from 2 people
Yeah.
on how long it takes. Because then you got to wait at least, I don't know, back then, 8, 10, 12 years before their procreation age? What, back in the day when they started
good
knocking
point.
them
Yeah,
up?
some
Something like that.
Yeah.
So you could only do it like every 12
Which
years.
was fine, by the way.
To do. And then you could,
Yeah.
at that point, you'd have to start, it's fucking, don't do it.
No, for real, I just never
But
thought
guys can still produce
banging
working
chicks left and right.
Yeah, they can produce working nut into their 80s.
Well, that's fine.
So, you get that guy and he's the horse, man. He's got to be banging his
Sure.
great granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, he's the stud. I get it.
I just
sure.
never thought
But
about
just do the math on how long that would take to multiply out.
Yeah,
Well,
it
plus we
doesn't
were all
make a
killed
ton
before
of
Noah.
sense.
After when Noah came around, everyone was killed.
No,
So
some of
after
us survived Noah, right?
I thought the whole world was in a flood, and Noah's family is the only one who survived.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
So it got reset
and
again.
and the animals.
And Noah was 600 plus years old.
Yeah,
by early
Yeah,
estimates.
that's
His
nut was still good.
Some ridiculous people say 900 years. That's absurd.
How could he possibly?
We'll go with 600 years.
But like after that, no one was right. The whole Earth went into a flood.
Was it everyone, or was it just
I thought it was the whole
good old
Earth.
Mesopotamia or whatever the hell they were?
Forget that. I never until that letter just contemplated even the fact that he put two people just like, yep.
2 by 2.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Well, nobody, Adam and Eve, two people. And just said, okay, don't eat this apple and don't have sex, I guess, or what?
And we're all products of incense.
So
incest.
Incest. You got it.
At least make 10 or something. 20, I don't know.
People in that age were of a more stable genetic construction, and breeding between siblings did not adversely affect the children of such a union. Even until the time of Moses, marriage between a man and his half-sister or aunt was allowed, Genesis 20:12.
I like that he also says here, by the way, at one point, God allowed it for a period of time.
Yeah, for at least a little while.
So wait, now does God disallow it? Is it now against the
why
rule?
did he just
Because
start-
he hasn't made any new rules
Why did
lately.
he just start with
No, he hasn't said
100,000?
shit.
He hasn't changed the rules, so it still should be okay.
But he made it, so why did he just start with 100,000 non fucking incestal people and say, okay, you guys are none of you are related, go fucking or whatever? Like, why did he just two and then say, oh, I'll allow incest because I only made two people?
In modern times, marriage between first cousins is strictly illegal. Between first cousins, not necessarily.
Not everywhere.
Strictly. I mean, we read
there's
a
places.
shitload of places.
Yeah, it's still I think overall socially it's frowned upon, but not technically illegal.
I was.
what should
not
frown
Alan-
upon?
What
It's
if
not
Adam
my
and Eve
concern.
only had? What if she just spit out dudes? We would never be here.
Yeah, true.
If every fucking time she spit out a kid, it had a dick.
Yeah.
we would never be here.
They're all gonna bang their mom.
Yeah.
Even so,
Well,
and then it would
but
just spit out another dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so
Until she was no longer in, baby spitting out age.
He wraps up, marriage and breeding between close relatives results in mentally or physically disabled offspring and should not be practiced. Oh, thank you.
Oh, but God said it was okay.
For a while.
For a while.
Because he
By
didn't
the
make
way,
And again, when did he change the rules?
Because
Because
he
I didn't
he
get that
didn't.
update.
He didn't, which means I think you've got great case law on your side. If you want to start fucking your cousin,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Who's the man now to tell me?
Yeah.
God obviously approves
God said it was cool
for a
years
period of
ago.
time.
right.
For a period of when did he come down and then say, hey,
Then-
okay, guys, now there's enough.
All right, we got enough people. Let's just stop
So no
fucking the
more
cousins. No more
fucking-
sisters. And you had to start there. Okay, let's stop fucking your sister.
What if you already were
And
married?
then
to
wait,
your
okay,
sister?
the cousins are okay. Now first cousins, no. Now second cousins.
So wean yourself off the family teeth.
Sure.
And now third cousins and on. Go
What
ahead.
if you're already
Who cares?
married? Did you get grandfathered in?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already married to my sister.
Yeah, you
Well,
get grandfather.
you're fine, but no
Yeah,
more.
Going forward,
It's a mess.
When did that happen? I want to know. When he came down and said,
it's God's will, sir.
why didn't he just make 100,000?
He works in mysterious ways.
Very
Yeah.
much. He works in mysterious ways. There's no way around
Who are
it.
you to judge? Don't dare
When
question.
he's the judge.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to solve it today. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on a Monday. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys will join us then.